Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 5 Pounds of Gun, the special episode. Not a numbered episode. This is the special Guntamania extravaganza. PvP's birthday. On his birthday, he was gifted the most holy of gifts. The Ethan Ralph fight in all its glory. Gunt on gunt action for a solid 3 minutes. We had PvP. How you feeling today, man? How's it going?
I am the luckiest man to have ever walked the face of the earth. This is like the best fucking birthday ever. You know, I fucking got shittered last night. I watched the fucking UFC. I went out, woke up, went out with my family. I get back like a couple hours ago, and I didn't realize any of this. You know, Gahul messages me. A few other people have messaged me all this crazy shit about this fucking fight. And it's amazing. It's just amazing. This is like God's fucking gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And I know a lot of people are upset. They're like, oh my God, Ralph needs to be in jail. He should be in jail. Look, he is an evil piece of shit. He's a terrible fucking person. Nobody's arguing this. He probably does belong in a jail cell. But look at if he was in a cell today, we wouldn't get this shit. We wouldn't get this footage of his gunt is cracked. So, like, I don't know what this is, like, how people's guts get like this. I might just send you the fucking, like, the GIF here.
Oh, I can pull up. I know exactly what spot you're talking about in the video. I'll just pull it. I don't want to. Let's pull up, like, the spot that you're talking about. Let's get into it.
Like, this is, like, the best. This is, like, the fucking money shot. Money shot of this. Whole thing, his gut is cracked. There's like it's like an asshole. It's cracked like like the moon is cracked. Look at it. Like,
look at that.
And then there's well, you can't really see that it's like divided into two segments. But then you have like that like red rash on his gut that only comes from like not showering. So that happens like when you're a disgusting fat piece of shit. And you don't shower for like 3 weeks at a time, then you develop like these weird like infections on your skin like that. And it's just fucking disgusting. This footage is amazing. Come on. Get on your knees and fucking apologize, you people who wanted him to go to jail. Look at it. Look at it. This is amazing. And this is a whole new arc. This is a whole new arc of Ralph. A whole new arc of
I'm just going to keep this in the corner the whole time. Look at, I got the still image on the stream. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I'll post a link for you. This is the one that I first saw. This is the first thing. I opened up my Twitter today. I checked it for the first time all day, and that's what fucking greeted me. This fucking image of him with the red rash, the divide right down the fucking middle. It's so unholy in its like description. It's just wrong looking on every level. Like, in the way it moves. And you know what? We got not one, but two guns. Because Riley also gets his fucking gunt out as he slams Ralph. It's gunt on gunt action!
Gunt on gunt action between us. We'll get into it. The two Eskimo brothers. Because, spoiler, Ralph fucked Riley's girlfriend. Apparently, we're gonna get into that. It's fucking amazing.
This is like the most deep south, you're fucking my girl, but I'm fucking your girl, and we're all fucking each other's girls. Yeah. And it's like the most, I don't like to talk shit about the white trash, but this is 100%. Like,
this is so white trash.
This is like bum brawls for like white trash edition. It's so great.
Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. That image you just sent me, I don't know if you've pulled it up on screen.
It's right up on front. Everyone can see it.
Oh my God, but look at it. Like, look at it. It's like his stomach is his asshole now. It's like it's been reversed.
It's like he's got two butt cracks. He's got no ass back there, and it's all in the front. And my favorite part is he's got these anime girl tights that he's like wrestling with. He's fighting this girl in anime girl tights, and this entire time there's these fucking posters in the background of Digibro's weird weeaboo shit. Just the setting for this. Everything about this is fucking Kino. It's just perfect.
Like, it's fucking Kino. It's fucking Kino. It's fucking amazing. So we're gonna play the footage. Actually, before I play the footage, let me give you the backstory to this. So, for those of you who aren't aware, Digibro or Digi Conrad Collins is a pedophile. He's a tranny. So he's a pedophile tranny who masturbates to images of children and believes that he's a woman, even though he's a man. And this person dated a person called Pantsu, or May is her real name, who is also a tranny, but believes that she is a man, even though she is a woman. And they had some sort of weird, like, tranny swap, gender swap, fucked up relationship where they were both enabling the worst aspects of themselves. And what ends up happening is Pantsu ends up breaking up with Digibro. There was some weird shit with stalkers. How much of the shit with the stalker is true, I don't even fucking know. But anyway, she ends up breaking up with Digibro, and she goes from a male to female tranny pedophile to Ethan Ralph. And I don't know which is really worse. I will leave that up to you folks as to which you think is a less desirable mate. The male to female transgender or the gunt Ethan Ralph with his amazing fucking sores and rashes and fungal infections on his fucking twisted, cracked gunt, fucking releasing sex tapes with 18-year-old slam peg whores that he passes around with all of Dick Masterson's friends. So that's the situation. That's the scene. So she's got with Ralph now. So Ralph is going to Digibro's, the tranny, male to female, bear with me, folks, house to collect all of her things. And at this house is not just Digi the pedophile, male to female, but Digibro's boyfriend, who claims to be a straight man, Bird. Okay? So Digibro is dating a man who claims to be straight, but he's fucking another man's anus. Okay? And then there's also Mint Salad, who's Riley's girlfriend. And there's Riley here. Now, Riley, for those of you who are unaware, is the booker, like the producer of the Dick Show. He books the guests. He's unemployed and is a drug addict and is consistently homeless. Like most of the time, he doesn't have a place to live. But this is what he's doing with his life, is like being Dick's booker for weed money. And he has like this place to live with a fucking tranny and like a guy who's fucking a tranny. And then Mint Salad, his girlfriend, is here. So these people are going to confront Ralph. So Ralph's come to the house. Apparently what's happened in the DMs, from what I can understand, from what I can gather, is that Ralph has demanded that her shit, like, not be outside. Like, that they're going to come in and get her shit. But they're like, we're going to leave her shit outside in the rain. Like, it now becomes this big battle.
We don't want to give there. I got a re-upload of the video that Digibro put out. He recorded it and he edited it all together. The original, I don't know what the fuck this fucker is going by, but he explains all of this, and I'm sure many of you have already seen it. You know, you can go back and that's got almost the raw. So far, we don't have raw footage of this fight. I hope if anyone who's involved with this is listening, release the raw footage. I want just a pure, unedited, no music, no cuts, no jump cuts, just the pure fucking spurgery of this fight. I want that uploaded at some point in the next week. We need it. We need that shit.
We need the Kino cut. We need the Kino cut, the fully unadulterated, unedited cut.
But
yeah.
The cuts, the quotes in this, fucking immediately. We gotta start off with the. I just want to watch this beginning intro. The "Do I look 5'1", bitch?" followed by the sucker punch. It's
yeah.
Yo. Do I look 5'1", bitch?
You are 5'1".
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
5'1".
Look at his eyes. Look into his eyes. He's so shitter.
And then he just
so drunk. He's fucking flat.
And then they whatever. But we gotta skip ahead, and they're just in the yard. It's just like 100% like a white trash. Like, you know, there's this video I watched, like these two guys like in like a fucking like standoff, and he's like, "Yeah, you gonna shoot me?" And they fucking shoot him. This reminds me of like a white trash standoff in the middle of a parking lot or some shit, but it's in this guy's weeb den and weeb house. It's so terrible, but it's so great.
Do I look 5'1" to you? Yeah, you do, buddy. Like, you're this fucking doorway. He's like almost wider than the fucking doorway, and he's like screaming, "Do I look 5'1" to you?" And I don't know, like, I think so, because you're about the same height as all these like weird trannies and soy boy motherfuckers. Like, it's just some weird shit. Oh man.
This is just, it's just fucking amazing. Should we just get into it? Should we just start watching the fight and break this down? I think we got the backstory.
Yeah.
This is redneck, incestuous, I'm fucking your cousin, you're fucking my cousin, I'm your fucking my girlfriend, some dumb shit. And Ralph's coming in from Memphis to come kick Gigi Bro's ass out in Texas.
Remember, he says it's Memphis style. Memphis style! By the way, I gotta point out, so just as we're about to go live, Gator himself has wished me a happy birthday and has told me to. Gator himself has told me to enjoy the gift of this fight. This is something that's actually happened. If you go to my Twitter, I've retweeted it. And Gator has wished me a happy birthday. It is unfucking unbelievable.
You gotta be shitting me. It's like.
What an amazing world. Like, it's the real Gator.
It's him. It's right there. Oh my god, the Gator Gamer. I'm going to give Gator the follow for that. But oh my god. This is so fucked.
And then this is like the bizarre world we're living in. And then I have another clip that I'll play probably tomorrow on my show.
Yeah.
Of Gator, like, sucking me off on Tommy C's show. Like, he makes sure to let everybody know that it's the People's Populist Press. Like, he doesn't refer to me as the fat Canadian. He doesn't refer to me as Ashton. He doesn't, none of that. He's like, yeah, PPP. He destroyed us during the summer. And he's like praising my abilities or whatever to get people on my side. It was just, it's like, what universe are we in now?
I think Gator has realized the ship's crashing. He needs to jump ship. He wants to be the OBS slave for you, PPP. He's ready. And he's ready.
God.
He's willing.
No.
And let me tell you.
Gator is the loyalist man. Gator is the loyalist man. He will never turn. He will never turn on Daddy Ralph. He will never stop slurping the gun crease. Now, maybe he thinks my gun crease is extra salty, and maybe he wants to, try out slurping that gun crease as well. But I don't know. Daddy Ralph's got the fungal infection on his, so I don't know if Gator's going to want to make that move, but it's amazing. This is amazing.
Listen, I know I'm looking at the chat. People are popping off. Money talks, big dog. Gator bowed to the big dog. He has to listen. He needs to submit to the head of the table. The head of the table, which is you, PPP. He's got to bow to the big dog. And I'll get into this. There's just so much. We got to get into this fucking video. We got to watch it live and get our commentary. That's more important. We'll get into the chat later, I guess, because fuck me. Okay, I'm going to start pulling this shit up. We're going to start towards the beginning, where he's out in the yard. Just fucking...
As soon as the dribbling, drunken dipshit sees the door open, he immediately forgets
he opens the door, whatever. We gotta get to the fight. Let's get to the fight itself.
Dork. Try more.
Step out here, bitch!
Get out here, bitch!
I'm going to taunt you. I'm just filming you so you
You
don't
won't
hurt
step
something.
foot on this car. Pause it.
I won't.
It's such wigger posturing. You won't step foot on this concrete. You won't do it, boy. You're a bitch. And that's like Ralph, when you call somebody a punk or a bitch in prison, they have to fight you. So this is Ralph's wigger mentality coming out, where he's like, no, you're a bitch. I'll run you. You're a bitch. I'm the dog. I'm the king. And he believes he's a king. This is where he's at now. He is getting to that level, folks, where his ego is growing. As his gunt has grown, so has his ego. It used to be at a point where Ralph was like a broken down shell of himself. Like around the time the sex tape came out and all that, he was a broken down shell of himself. Now he's in full fucking Ethan Ralph mode again. He is king. I'm the king of the trailer park. I run this shit. And he's going to go out and do all sorts of crazy antics because he's winning. He's undisputedly winning. This is amazing.
He's made the best shit.
Content.
He has. This is the fucking best. This is the best shit that's happened in a long time. Did Ralph? Yeah, this is him recovering from the gun tape. This is him getting back into form, being the OG Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, this is King Pimp Ralph. This is the Ralph that we all miss. The Ralph that we know and love. The Ralph that can go out there, just make amazing moments like this come to life. This is what we're witnessing. We are witnessing it. We are fucking just mere witnesses to history. All right, let's play this shit.
Yeah.
Correct.
Riley flatly refuses and reminds Ralph that it would likely end poorly for the borderline legal midget in the yard.
Okay, you're 5'2".
Bitch, I'm 5. Come tell me I'm 5.
You're literally 5'2".
Immediately when insulting his height, he immediately goes on the defensive. That's the thing that makes him mad. That's the thing that makes him the most mad. Immediately.
Okay.
Well, because it's
You're
true.
5'2", look.
It's true.
At
It's
some
not
point,
true.
Barry Dave comes to confirm the mini-man's stature and drops some sick bars on him as
Use your flashlight.
Let's see this shit.
Yeah.
Yo, he 5'2".
You can see the light comes on. He's just
Oh,
walking
but like his clothes, he's like wearing this fucking muumuu, this like oversized fucking muumuu with his shorts and his flip flop.
The transition where you can't see him and then suddenly
Let's see this shit.
It's like a
He
found
appears!
footage horror movie. It's like a found footage horror movie. Like it's like a jump scare. Like bring it back. Like bring it back. It's like total darkness, and then it like
Use your
illuminates him. There's
Let's
like
see
a
this
flash of light and he's illuminated. It looks like the Sasquatch or something. Like this is some found footage monster shit, and he's coming. He's coming. What a king! He's coming. He's rising up.
Oh my god. This is the fucking.
Not today, Satan.
I'm on 5'2", and then he backs off. You know, thinks, do I want to make this keynote happen?
Is king.
You're right. You win the bet, Ralph.
And there's that bitch shouting
I'm
off.
telling you,
And he's got this
because
horror
Ralph's
that he's carrying with.
hard.
Like, well, how does Ralph keep fucking these women? I don't get this. This is the real puzzle. How does he have this harem of women around him?
No, Michael, this is particularly tough for Gahul because Gahul has no bitches. He's bitchless. But Ralph has all the bitches. He's a pimp. How do you explain this, Gahul? Explain
What
yourself.
happened? Is it because he's bigger? You know, the thing is, he has so much more mass than me, and the mass attracts the women. I need to get bigger, and my gut needs to be larger to attract these women. It's just not big enough.
You need to get a fucking fungal infection on your gut, buddy.
That'll do
I don't
it.
know. I think you just need to get into drugs and alcohol and just become a complete degenerate that feeds women Xanax for sucking your dick. And that's what I said. Like, if you become a complete and utter scumbag sociopath, that's what bitches love. Bitches love criminals and bitches love drug addicts. That's just straight up. And if you're not one of those things, you're going to be bitchless, bro.
Yeah.
Just saying, bro.
You know
Holy
what?
shit.
You know what people are saying? Ralph is the ugly bastard in the NTR storyline. That's what he is. He's the ugly bastard. He's the fat bastard that comes in and he screws them all. That's what he is.
But somehow this ugly bastard is cuckolding everybody in the whole scene. And like in the Dick Masterson posse. Like think of it. Ralph is somehow the alpha that's fucking everyone else's girlfriends. How is this happening? Like, I know how it's happening because everybody else is like either a homosexual fag or a tranny. So compared to them, yes, Ralph is actually a king and a chad. You know, like, whoa.
Yeah.
And people, and you gotta ask yourself, you got these motherfuckers who are like taking the fucking, the tranny side. Like, how can you take the tranny side completely? He needs to go to jail. This is so evil. Like, you realize you're taking the side of faggots and trannies and degenerates with like lolly posters up? Anyway, play this shit.
Let's play this shit.
I'm making sure you don't mess up stuff.
the Gunt guard beside him even covered. I remind you, last off.
Oh, you're scary.
When Riley gets a closer look at the diminutive streamer, he corrects his gauge of the man's height down an inch.
5'1". You're 5'1".
Come on,
5'1".
He calls him 5'1". That's a snapping point. That the truth. He lashes out at the truth. He's like, that's it.
Bitch, I bet you shut that door.
I bet you shut that door. I bet you shut that door, bitch.
You shut that door, bitch. It reminds me of Rand yelling at his wife, shut the damn door. You shut the door, bitch. Like, holy fuck, that's a terrible Australian accent.
The door on him.
I bet you shut.
Gets there.
Bitch, I bet you shut that fucking
No,
door.
he just runs up. He's just the gun running.
I bet you
The
shut that fucking
fast
Look
gun.
at him! Look at him! Look at the movement! The speed! Did you see the speed on him, chat? Did you see the speed on him?
He crossed that
Wait,
entire lawn.
that
And
was
let's
like a
time
pause,
this.
Betting
That
that
was
Riley
like
will
less
shut the
than
door
3
by the
seconds.
time he gets there.
Bitch,
One,
I
hold
bet
on,
you shut
two,
that fucking door.
3,
Riley does not.
3, 4,
4,
I bet you shut that fucking door.
5.
5.
Y'all look so
He's-
one, bitch.
It was
Finally,
like,
the punch-drunk planet plows through the door and
look
shoves
at his
fat
eyes.
balls
Like,
against
look at how
Riley.
shiny they are.
Technically, this
Do you
is
see
not.
how shiny his eyes are?
He's so fucked up.
He's
This
He's
is so
drunk as fuck. Like, your eyes look like that when you're fucking drunk. I know, because I fucking stared into people's eyes. And that's what it looks like when you're just totally
does.
shittered.
It absolutely does.
You know, he's just totally fine. You think I'm 5'1", boy? I'll show you. I'm the king of this trailer park. And it's, holy fuck, let's go. Let's go.
Not a
Look at his
breaking and
fucking
entering,
neck
but a
here.
forced entry, and it is swiftly followed with a forced exit.
And then the fucking sucker punch. This is the shit. We gotta see the response, the sell on that, the form on that punch. We gotta see that again.
The shirt says not today, Satan, as well. But yesterday. Yesterday.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Look at the look of like rage. Like, this is like the impotent manlet drunken rage in his face. Do I look 5'1", bitch? And people were like, oh my god, the legality of this. He's entered into their home without permission, is trespassing. Who gives a fuck, motherfucker? This is the Chad move. Who gives a shit if he goes to jail for this? Is the Chad move. This is what you do. This is what a smart person does when they go to pick up their ex-girlfriend's belongings. They walk in the door and they go, do I look 5'1", bitch? Yeah, that's the fucking Chad move. Anything else would have been a beta move.
It would.
Like, he's defending his honor, his southern pride, his respect.
He looked in, saw
That's
the
what
anime
he said.
shithole, saw these fucking losers calling him 5'1", and he said, not today, Satan. Do I look 5'1", bitch?
You know, people were saying to him today, they're like, oh, it's going to be another boring day, no content from Ralph. It's been months without anything good. And he said, not today. Not today, Satan. I'm going to make some fucking Kino today because I'm the Memphis fucking Mauler. I'll make your bitch holler. You know, like, that's the world that he's living in, and it's fucking amazing. This is so good. This is fucking Apex, Ralph.
This is so fucked. Okay, but now we gotta watch the form. Here's our wrestling review time. This is the MMA style review. Watch the form on this punch. Nagano won the heavyweight championship last night, but this is really they couldn't have faced a punch like this from a gun like that. That's the real question.
Well, watch as Ralph just fucking eats this like a fucking legend. Like, he just takes this.
I know.
You know?
Let's see this shit. We'll play.
Finally, the punch-drunk Planet plows through the door and shoves his fat rolls against Riley's. Technically, this is not a breaking and entering, but a forced entry, and it is swiftly followed with a forced exit.
Oh,
the left hook!
The left hook! We're gonna play that back at half speed and see how good that looks.
And it is swiftly followed with...
Let's look at this. Oh, look at the fucking reach.
Bring it back again. The hat comes off. When the hat comes off, it's so good. Oh, you did.
And here,
right here, he does what everybody wanted to do, which is knock that stupid fucking backwards hat off his fucking balding gray head. Like, holy shit. He just takes it fucking clean off his head. Clean off his fucking head. And also, the next best part of it is that Ralph's shirt flies up. You'll notice it flies up to expose the gun. So right away, we're getting like excellent footage of his gun.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Look at that.
The hat comes off.
The hat comes off, and then boom, gun right there. That's just incredible.
Exposed. But he eats it like a fucking champion. Look, he comes forward like a raging bull. It's like that just woke Ralph up. Like, he was in a drunken haze stupor.
Yeah.
Now look at that. That's a fucking Chad pose.
That is
look at him here. Look at that's like some Chad shit. Like, he is nearly wider than the fucking doorway.
He sees the rainbow-haired freak coming towards him, and he decides, not today, Satan. I am immovable. I am the rock. I am the wall, and you cannot punch me.
Tranny uses left hook. It's ineffective. Ralph charges with gun attack.
No damage.
No damage.
You broke into my home, you bitch.
And then here comes the fucking gunk guard to defend it. The woman getting in the way. Of course, the woman's about to ruin this Kino by stopping this fight. But it's not enough. It can't overpower the alpha moves.
Like, look at this. He just dodges that. Do you see the head movement that Ralph just displayed there? Like a professional boxer. Like, just dodges that punch.
We're gonna go.
Just totally.
We're gonna go quarter speed on that so we can see that in full motion. We need to see every single frame of Ralph's fighting ability here. You know, he sees the pose off, does not back down, gives the. He even does a hand motion. I'm not sure if you can see that. Like that a little bit before he comes to second punch. Look at his hand right here. I think it's the left hand. Look at his left hand. Look at it. He fucking goes. He goes. Bring it, bitch. He does the bring it. Like he does the fucking bring it motion.
He's like the Liddy. He's like the Liddy. He's like the Rock.
He does the Rock's bring it. It's the Liddy maneuver. And then, wham. Woman, he allows him to hit the woman instead, like a Chad. Uses his shield as
like
a shield.
He uses Pantsu as a human shield. But again, you gotta remember, it's not a woman, it's a man, because Pantsu believes that he is a man, or she is a man.
Okay.
So that's actually not using a woman as a human shield.
So he's actually being very chivalrous, you know, here. It's actually what that is. And look, the rage! Oh my god, the rage face on that!
Look at him, look at his like hand, like it's like the finger. Look at that hand coming, it's like a fucking Frankenstein monster. Holy shit.
But
he
then
forms
look,
like the rage claw. The rage claw.
Oh, the fucking snarl here!
Right
look
there.
at that snarl!
Yeah, look at the snarl. He's like a fucking caged animal. He's like a fucking bull elephant. And he's just ready to fucking unleash fucking bombs on this motherfucker. And he's gonna come through the door. Like look at the compression on his gut, like in around his gut, like the way the shirt clings to him.
He's like
that
showcases
his
tense
rolls
there. That's like the gun at its most tense and ready for combat. That's what the combat ready gun looks like. It's just complete compression, solid muscle mass underneath those rolls of fat, ready to attack. This is just.
Can you imagine if they were all naked for this, or like Ralph was not wearing his shirt? Like, this is what we need. Like, this must happen. We must play this back. Riley and Ralph in a fucking MMA cage with fucking no shirt on, you know, and then just fucking go. The guns collide, the fucking jiggling fat.
I would request we have some MMA shorts on there, you know, some traditional, because I want to see their dicks, frankly. I've seen Ralph's dick once, I don't ever need to see it again.
No, I want to see some ancient Greece shit. Like, if this was like a real fucking... If we were going to do this for real in the best format possible, it would be like the ancient Olympics, and they'd be completely naked, covered in oil, just fucking grappling. Look at the head, like he's like the creature from.
He's like Gollum grabbing for the One Ring.
Yeah, he's grabbing for the One Ring. He's like a Frankenstein monster, fucking creature from the Black Lagoon abomination. He's coming forward with the claw. He's gonna get him with the claw.
And then, he reaches him. He almost touches the beard.
He almost gets him.
Oh, you see his face. I'm sorry. You gotta look at his face right here. As he misses it, look at his face.
Oh, look at his
Look at that face. That's the face of a man who will decimate you. Oh my god.
That's the look in the eyes of a man who you should fear, who you should give respect to. Look at him. I'm the king, Guider. Guider, you fucking tell him I'm a Chad. I'm gonna beat the shit out of these guys. Pantsu is so wet right now. You know, Ralph's just getting her so fucking wet with his Chad maneuvers here.
Look at him.
This is Riley. He's gonna come with a Donkey Kong punch over the top. Some like weird fucking flailing punch over the top to try and get Ralph. Holy shit.
This is just fucking excellent. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Alright. I guess we should continue on. Hold up. Let me just get this video back in center so everyone can see what's going on. Now, we have to follow this up with... This is the prelude to the fight, though. Because we got this here, and look, there's the gun flash, little gun flash, he recoils back. You know, hitting the gun up in self-defense. You know, the proudly displaying his plumage to scare off the attacker. And then here comes the collar and elbow tie-up motion, ready to fucking another sucker punch to Ralph's face, right there. And here we go. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, the gunt-on-gunt action.
This is the gunt-on-gunt action. Like, this is like when The Rock and John Cena did the collar and elbow tie-up at WrestleMania 28. This is that show of strength, that test of wills, that test of power and physique. You watch here as his ass crack, it's just exposed fully. He's driving forward. Ralph redirects his energy because he just has massive sumo training. And oh fuck! Now he's coming forward. Ralph's on the defensive. Like,
but look here, and now here we go. Now both guns are out and they're bumping. Look, there's the bump. There it is.
It's full-on gunt-on-gunt action. Look at it. The grizzled, gnarly flesh colliding with the other fresher, more youthful gunt that's made of homosexual skin. So I don't know. It's an intense battle here. You know, you think that Riley would be completely outgunned by just the gravitational force, the sheer girth of Ethan's gun. He's holding his own here. He's got it out. He has it fully exposed.
Look, the guns are flapping in the wind here. Look at, you can see they are flapping in the wind. They are colliding. They are clasping together. And now, fucking the woman pulls them apart. The pull apart, the classic pull apart, and then they go back at it. A real call. Oh my
god! Look at how much Ralph's guts hanging over his fucking shorts.
And his pants are coming down. His pants are just falling off at this point, and they're just.
He hasn't seen his penis in years. Here comes Bird trying to fuck. Holy shit!
No, here comes.
Oh, this is mint salad.
Here comes the woman.
Salad. She comes in and throws the best form punch that we've seen thus far. She gets her whole body weight into it.
But it's completely ineffective against the gun because she's a weak woman. And so it does nothing to him. And so he's just standing there. He's just allowing it to happen. Doesn't give a shit. Punch me. I don't care.
He's like fighting two fucking people at once now. And he's like dominating this fucking exchange.
You know?
This woman's hitting him. You know, and it might seem shameful he's getting beat up by a woman, but it's not doing any damage.
He's just using one arm. Don't push her back. Says,
he's using
stand aside,
arm.
Woman. Stand aside, bitch. Stand aside, bitch.
He just gadooches her with his gut here. And there it is. Oh, it's all fucking, there's a fungal infection. Do you think that these people have been transmitted Ralph's fungal infection from his gut? Skin-on-skin contact?
We can only hope that that's what happened here. And we get it back, and now we get a little, you know, fisticuffs, little hockey punches here, and then, you know, they get back inside. They're getting pushed. They're getting the pull apart, and look, you can see Ralph. He's expending as little energy as possible to.
He's actually holding back, isn't he? Look at him.
Here's the spit take. Here's where he spits in the face of the woman. He just takes a big Louie,
just spits the blood right into her fucking face. You know, a lot of people who are like morally outraged and indignant about this. Like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit that he spit on her? You have these spurgs who are like, oh my god, let me tell you the laws about assault in Virginia. Let me tell you the laws about assault in Virginia. I mean, look, he fucking spit on her, but the bitch just tried to fucking hit him like 5-6 fucking times. This is a mutual combat situation. But you got a bunch of people who are like, oh, any situation in life, the police need to be called and people need to go to jail. Do you know what? This is just entertainment. I have a moral issue with this filthy whore being spit on by this white trash piece of crap. I don't know. I feel like everybody involved in this is a fucking loser. Everybody involved in it gets what they deserve. He spit on a woman, though, guys. He spit on a woman, though, guys. He should go to jail.
Now,
motherfucker.
Here's a very chatted, intelligent part of Ralph in the video. So he loses his phone in the house, and he comes back in. And you know what? The person who he was fighting goes to give him his phone back. He is so, you know, he is such a little bitch boy loser that the man who he was trying to beat in Mortal Kombat not but 2 seconds ago, he's there to help him out, find his phone, and get him out.
Well, people say that, it was charitable of him, like, what a good guy. No, it's just his, inner submissive beta. It's his inner submissive beta, desperate to subserve to another human being, desperate to gain the approval of Ralph, even though he was just in hand-to-hand combat with him.
To have the phone back and begins looking for it. He hands over the phone and relaxes, expecting the dumbest man alive to retreat, but instead, Gunt does what Gunt do and sucker punches Riley with his guard down.
Yes!
Who cares?
No. This is the genius.
Chad move.
I care about this because this is the genius move of Ralph. He allows the opponent to lower his guard, and just when you think it's done each side, now's the time to strike. And that's smart. That is smart.
No, it's a killer instinct. It's that killer alpha instinct that's missing in this weird degenerate house of trannies, this den of iniquity that Ralph has inserted himself into. Ralph has gone down to Sodom and Gomorrah to face the Sodomites and face them in unarmed combat. 4 fucking degenerate Sodomite tranny pedophiles versus one raging redneck alcoholic piece of white trash that's trying to fuck any disgusting slam pig he can. And the reality is, the more damage that was done to everybody involved, the better. And I hope this continues to escalate. I hope that, we see drive-by shootings by the tranny squad on Ethan Ralph's house or on Diddler Dax's house. I want to see motherfuckers get shot.
Sorry, I had to do this. Godwinson's here. Godwinson is here live. We are watching. He's with us now.
My boy.
Hi.
Godwinson, we're here. It's happened.
Yeah.
It's happened, Godwinson. It's fucking happened.
Okay, I'm better now, yeah?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
We're not on cam quite yet because we're saving our bandwidth so we can get the gun video.
You're saving your bandwidth. Mine's perfectly fine.
I'm saving my
bandwidth. The audience is going to get shafted, my man.
We'll put you on once the video is done. I just want to make sure everyone can see the fight in all their full fucking picture glory. And if I don't have my cam on, it's easier.
Well, I think Ralph has been perfectly, righteous in this. He's raided a house full of pedophiles and drug addicts.
Yes,
I agree. I have to agree. This is so fun.
But what this reminded me of, to be honest, Boogie's Francis skits? I thought it was scripted. It seemed like a Boogie Francis skit, like where he runs in, smashes up his Xbox, and takes down all the Christmas decorations and starts smearing Mountain Dew all over his tits. That's what it seemed like. It seemed as though this was all staged. But subsequent research has concluded that it actually isn't. Maybe Ralph would have foreseen wearing a longer shirt. I mean, we can remember spending a whole year following Ralph's clothing patterns.
Yes!
Noticing that he would wear shirts a lot longer than they needed to be, a lot baggier than they needed to be, because he was covering up this gut. I mean, this looks like the anus man looks like it's become him. It looks like he's got an ass on the front of his body.
No, his anus has been reversed from the back to the front. I don't know. Like, I am a fat motherfucker. Like, I am fatter than him, but mine isn't like that.
Well,
What has done this?
I mean, that just looks like an ass, doesn't it? That's an ass. Let's be real. There's no... I mean, I suppose the biologists would say that it's a belly button. It's a sort of hole, a sort of cleft that the belly buttons cause. But, I mean, that's an ass, isn't it?
It
has
It's
to
a
be.
saggy ass.
It's a frontal anus. Are you so? Do you have the live feed pulled up that Gahul is showing?
Yeah. I'm just.
All right.
It's coming through on the TV now.
I don't know. You may as well bring it back a minute or so, and we'll have Godwinson give us this high level analysis.
Well, Ashton, one of my questions was, I was trying to determine whether Ralph was wearing a sports kit. I mean, why is he dressed in like an orange jumpsuit, like he's in prison?
So he's like decided to, like a Slavic man from Eastern Europe, wear like some sort of tracksuit, but it's not like
I thought it was in, like,
that was
prison scrubs. Like, I was legit like wondering, is this what they're giving them to wear in prison in America? Because I mean, it's a prison uniform, isn't it?
Basically,
it is. It's the same fucking color and everything like that. He's got his fucking flip flops on.
It's not like a sports team's right. Okay.
No, it's not a sports kit. The shirt says on it, what does it say? Not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah, so it's
quickly,
not a
by the way, when you went, you've just skipped ahead. But if you go back and have you done an analysis of the walls yet of the pedophile?
Well, I could.
We haven't.
We should.
I mean, there's some crazy shit on those walls, folks. I mean, we're all going to need a wash by the end of it. But
yeah,
there's some This is their environment that they're sitting in. They're living in. They're doing drugs and.
This is such a typical weeaboo house.
Trying to cope about molestation of children.
Listen,
it takes Ralph to come and met out justice. But if you look at the walls there, I mean, there's enough there for at least, 2, 3 Operation U-Trees, right? Operation fucking bust the pedophiles, hang the nonces, nail them to trees. Ralph has done an incredibly righteous thing, sourcing these people out and bringing them to justice.
He is absolutely correct to do this. Now, Look at this. There's fucking like weird lolicon
See,
pedo
yeah,
shit.
you've got like a
Pokemon.
you've just
Why is there
that's like a Munchlax, isn't it?
Hold of and
there's a Munchlax?
What are
a
those
fucking,
like? There's like
No, but look
anime
what's above the
figures?
door here. Look at that poster above the door.
part.
It's like a little
Riley-
child.
Here,
you
I got
know?
I got a great photo of it. I'll post it in the chat here. 1 second. It's a still frame image. Here we go. Look at this.
You know, Ralph should have firebombed this place. Look at it. It's
Yeah.
designed to be firebombed and destroyed.
No, but the take is, oh my God, Ralph's committed a crime. It's so evil what he's done.
Well,
Oh,
that take comes from the sort of snake juices and the pig clipses and the Jarbos of the world that purely want to see Ethan Ralph dead because Ethan Ralph told them to fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, that's
They-
why they want to see him in the ground.
They
and dead.
couldn't leech off of his glory.
Yeah.
This
so
is-
they take
this
any
is some high
sort of
level shit.
entertainment, right? They take anything hilarious and golden and they try and spin it into this is how he's going to jail, this is how I win. No, you're not going to win. You've already lost. The
Yeah.
fact that you spend so much time trying to plan this man's assassination proves that you have lost.
Look,
It has.
if
PvP,
all the other
no,
shit hasn't sent him to jail, how is this gonna send him to jail?
that's a good
That's
point.
my point. It's like he can't keep getting away with it. Well, actually, he can, and I
And
So
hope
he
he
what
has,
does.
and he
crimes
will.
has he committed beyond having the sort of frontal anus here? Like, what is he committed that's wrong here?
Nothing. PvP. If you want to put your camera on, you can. I got it all set up.
All right, fuck it. Let's go.
Is this where we become 8-bit NES sprites?
No, it's
Yeah.
working fine. I got great upload
2D
tonight.
scrolling across the screen.
It's actually looking good. That's surprising. But whatever the case, let's look at this. Let's dissect the wall quick here. We got Godwin said,
Oh
look
yeah,
at this.
well, just quickly, I can see Snake Juice in the chat here. The Snake Jew. Did you see his market stall stream?
No.
I went into about 5 minutes of this. I'm walking around the markets looking for pay. That was the
Okay.
stream. And he was like, guerrilla filming random members of the public.
Holy
And
shit.
he was filming, like, the part I caught was he was going, this is a cactus. No for me, pay. I'm not even making this up. And he was filming this cactus saying, I might buy that. You know,
What the
I skipped
fuck?
forward about half an hour.
Yeah,
and he
the
was still
real
doing it. He
loud
was going, I might buy this plant. He clearly came with zero shekels to go to the markets with. He purely designed it to super chat and grift off the super chats by putting PPP in the title. This is a bait stream. No for me, PPP. You're the long count. It was embarrassing. It's a 50-year-old man. And here
Well-
he is in the chat.
From what I've heard, the whole Hedges squad has self-destructed this week and is no
Well,
more.
what sort of a squad was it? I mean, the most entertaining one was Hef. Let's
And
be
he was
real.
gone a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
They
I
had
mean,
like a belligerent drunk on who I've completely forgotten the name of, and a 50-year-old man in the name of Ear Juice. You know,
I don't know.
me.
It's down to a 50-year-old man trying to clickbait off of a 4,000 sub channel because
I'm
he's
walking around the market talking about pay. Are you pay? You know, secretly filmed. It was embarrassing and bizarre.
it is what it is. I don't pay him any fucking mind, but I've heard that it's not going well for him. I've heard he's having a tough go. So it's
Yeah,
tough
look,
for him.
he's reaching the age where, you know, when you enter your 50s, it's like a high suicide rate near Juice. So do us all a favor and increase those statistics.
Ooh.
Wow.
Now that's
That's
what I call edgy.
As a
Well, do you
hot-
not think that this man should just top himself? Because I do. He's
Yeah.
contributing zero to society. Buy my shirts with "Move for me" written on them. Like, come on, the
It's
man
just-
contributes nothing.
No, but ask yourself this: what has he contributed to anything
Ethan
that's
Ralph
as
is
funny?
evil.
That's as funny or as entertaining as what Ralph's done tonight. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like what have a lot of these parasites ever contributed to the world that's going to make you laugh or entertain you to the extent of what Ralph just did?
No.
Is Pig
Nothing.
Clips
This is
going to suddenly bring out a show that's going to entertain you like that? Is Cog the Cock going to bust out a fucking amazing show? like this? Is he going to go assault the den of iniquity, Sodom and Gomorrah itself, and come out unscathed, having battled 4 degenerates? I don't think so.
I don't
think any of these people are going to accomplish that. But they'll tell you he needs to be in jail. Well, it'll be boring as fuck. Let's see him go. Let's see this man win. This is how Ralph wins.
We're back.
Ralph needs to step it up even beyond this. This is some good shit, Ralph. This is some Kino shit.
This is what
but
Ralph
he needs to do more.
Needs to continue.
This is the best content he's done in like a year.
No, it even has the sex tape. When was the sex tape?
This is far more entertaining than the sex
tape.
Much
That's better. Real. This is way better, 100%. Now, before we go on, I just want to point out, he doesn't even have anime lolicon posters up in his room. If you look closely, it's pieces of paper he's printed off and put lollies and anime girls and video game characters onto and taped to his wall.
The only two I recognize are the Munchlax and Metroid. You know, I don't know what these girls are. Gahul, maybe you can enlighten the audience.
I know Shirobako on the top left. That's a non-lolly show from what I remember. It's an okay show. I thought it was all right. The rest, I know someone in the chat pointed out that the bottom left is a confirmed actual lolly, not even in storyline. The story is a confirmed actual underage girl from fucking Neptune, fucking Hyperdimension Neptunia, I believe was the name he posted.
But it's not just the content, Gahul. You're saying that they haven't even taken the care and effort to put them either in frames or print them out on proper paper.
Or to just even buy a poster. They didn't even buy posters. They printed these off they went to their computer, Google searched Munchlax PNG, and printed it off on a white piece of printer paper and taped it to their wall. That's what they decided to do that day. They just fucking printed their own shit. They didn't buy, a poster or, a piece of art or something. They just taped JPEGs to their wall. That's what they did. They decorated their room like they decorate their computer background. That's what they fucking did here.
Well, this is it, and I imagine Earjuice has a similar sort of setup going on.
Well, all of these people do, because they're all fucking weirdo degenerates that watch this anime shit.
Do you remember when Earjuice panned around his, bed sit? His studio apartment that he lives in? As a 50-year-old man, and he showed us all of his Lego toys.
Yeah.
50-year-old man, his Lego toys, his action figures.
He'll tell you, if everybody else is
how can he call anyone a lolcow? How can he even look down on fucking Jarbo? PPP.
Someone in the chat says that they're saving their money for drugs. That's why they don't buy real posters. And that's a good point. They're spending all their money on drugs and not even they're putting up the cheap anime shit. They save the rest of it for the drug content.
I thought that Riley lived with Masterson. The last lore I heard was Riley was dealing drugs to Masterson, and he was like the live-in producer in the Barbie Dream House. Because that's what the Masterson A-log told us, right?
Yeah, Riley is perpetually homeless. He gets a place, he fails to pay the rent, and I think he was living at the Barbie Dream Mansion, but now he's living in this den of iniquity, this den of sin. The Digibro, Bird, the fucking man that claims to be straight while he rails a fucking tranny man's ass, and Mint Salad, who Ralph fucked and said her pussy's dank. I don't know if you want to pull.
Let's pull some of those.
This is it. They've all slept with each other, haven't they? They've all had sexual relations with each other, and they've all.
Can you pull up these screenshots? Let's pull up these screenshots of the fucking the Mint Salad Ralph thing, because it's fucking bizarre. Because basically, what's going on is all of these guys are passing around their girlfriends to each other.
Yeah.
And which
is what we talked about a year ago, didn't we? We were saying that all of this sexual degeneracy was going on in the Dick Masterson Dream Mansion. Faith was passed around not just to Ralph, but to Destiny also. We were saying,
and that's where the next thing has to come. We need to get Ralph on Maury Povich for the paternity test, because is he the demon baby's father?
I don't think
that's the keynote. That's the keynote.
Is he really?
I think you should just deny it legally.
Is he really the father?
We need to get a crowdfund going to get a DNA paternity test for what's-her-face, the bitch he fucked, whatever her name was in the sex tape. I don't remember her name, I'm sorry.
The one he thumbed,
the ass thumb.
The thumb. He hooved her.
The loser of the thumb war.
It was the hoovening. It was the hoovening, and then he sucked the shit. He didn't just sniff the shit. He sucked the shit off
Jesus
of his thumb.
Christ.
He ate the shit.
But
we
can
face
anyone like
the
interpret to me
coprophilia.
how today's events have been a big L for Ethan Ralph? Because I haven't seen an L.
No, there's no L here. It's entirely a complete
Where is
W
he?
in every. The man is a complete Chad Alpha. He stood up to an army of degenerate losers, drug dealers, trying to assault his woman.
He raided a den of iniquity, a house of paedophiles and drug addicts, and he brought justice to that household.
And in doing so,
He
created
came-
the greatest.
king.
He created the greatest gunt-on-gunt footage ever created in the history of man. In doing so, not only destroying these people, but birthing us with the greatest footage in internet history. How can you deny them?
Then he made the rounds onto the Diddler Dax show, and Dax supported him over his own producer, Riley, and Digibro. So Diddler Dax is cutting ties, it looks like, with his pedo crew, because he senses the way the wind is blowing. And then Ralph went on Tommy C to get a blowjob, and Tommy C sucked him off, and Riley refused to call in both times, so Ralph cuckolded him there as well.
I saw Gator crediting us with being worthy opponents on the show. Fuck.
Yes! It was amazing. And then he wished me a happy birthday today as well on Twitter.
He wished
so
you
it's
a
just
happy birthday, haven't you?
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll read this. Ralph goes, I actually fucked her. She did the kamikaze art for free because of it. Riley slaps her around all the time. Ask May. You know? And he goes, she thought it was funny that I smashed Mint Lamau. So he fucked Riley's girlfriend. And because of Ralph was such a tremendous Chad, the sex was so good, she did the kamikaze art for free. She did art for Ralph. So not only is Ralph fucking his girlfriend, but he's getting her to do slave work for him.
What does he mean
This
by
is the man he's
kamikaze
being
art?
cuckolded by.
Like, what does he mean by this? Is him as like a Japanese fighter pilot? Like, what is this? Have we got a copy of this fan art or what?
I don't have a copy
Like,
of
what
it.
does
but apparently-
kamikaze fan art mean?
I'm guessing
You know?
I'm guessing it's like the big K makes me think it's some kind of kill stream offshoot he was working on. That's my speculation. He must have been doing some kind of project that he was working on with her, would be my guess. That's why he would commission anything. I don't know if he's big into art or some shit. He's, I don't know if Ralph is the kind of guy to patronize the artist to just commission pieces for his personal collection or something. But
It has been a while since I've checked in on Ralph, to be honest. I mean, did his mum die?
I don't know.
No, she's still in the hospital. She
Right.
came out of the coma, so she's alive, but I think she might be partially
Let's
paralyzed.
hope this little lift that he's getting. I mean, the whole internet is waking up again to realizing who Ethan Ralph is. So he's going to get a big boost in his viewership and boost in his monies tonight.
Yeah.
And the week ahead. So let's hope he has a bit of good news, lifts his spirits a
Well,
bit.
here's some good news from him back then. From Ethan Ralph, well, she's so autistic, it's almost like talking to a robot, but she has some big-ass titties. So you know what? And look, you can see there, this is the recreation of the sex scene right here, if I've got on the screen here. It's him and her in that tussle with the largest gun ever seen, and she's getting flashbacks to when that was fucking her. And that's why she was calling and fighting, because she realizes she'll never have a man as good as him ever again. That's what she's realizing.
Cross is king!
Christ is king!
Cross is king! She has some big old titties! Cross is king! Oh, yes! Ralph is king! That's what we're fucking living
But
in.
is
We're
there any
living in
kayfabe to
Ralph.
this? Because I'm watching the video and I'm thinking, this is so I don't know, this just seems like something I'd have written,
It does! It's so stupid it feels fake.
Because they even say in the video that they drop in Christ is king. Christ is king! They throw that out at him.
Oh,
they
boys,
throw out,
I have-
Gun Guard and some of the sayings.
I have the art. I have the art that she drew. I'll
But
show
does
you
it
this.
definitely not feel as though they're now using our words and language to communicate with themselves?
Maybe.
Yeah, well,
Is this an
Words I
attempt
wrote
to
down to be disparaging to them for content are now being parroted
Here.
by and used as insults to hurl at each. It's amazing.
Listen to this one. Riley said he didn't even care that I fucked her. So what a cock. Riley is the biggest cuckold there is. He didn't even care I fucked her. Oh, this is some king shit here. This is some good shit
Well, and
here.
Riley as well. Isn't he 20 years old? So he's been cucked by a man that's double his age as well.
Here's the art that she drew. This is the art that was given to a man for having sex. That was what he got for his dicking. He got this beautiful piece of art of I don't know who the fuck for dicking this woman. That's what he got.
So, this is the art then, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I
He's
wouldn't
like
be
a
able to
gigolo.
recognize that that's Ralph at all, or any of his crew. I mean, that's Gator, right? But why is it a turtle?
That's Gator.
Why is that? Well, that's a
Pantsu,
turtle, isn't it?
Ralph.
Like
Wait, that's Ralph at the bottom?
Turtle thing.
That's supposed to be Ralph. It's
That's
romanticized. Well, Ralph, the sex was so good when she rode his fucking micro peen that she's romanticized it. That is what Ralph looks like. He looks like a fucking Chad, Japanese warrior.
Well, he is. Oh my god.
So they are. I mean, he's literally crashing a plane there. So, I mean, he's being correct when he calls it kamikaze art, isn't he? Yeah. I thought it was like a brand he'd commissioned her for, but this is like him as a Japanese fighter pilot taking not just himself down, but Gator, his manservant, who looks like a turtle, and some troon.
This is a visual representation.
Taking with him down, crashing the plane.
This is a visual representation of the kill stream in 2021.
It literally is.
Oh, it's good. It's some good shit. Get up.
They'll all just burn. When the plane crashes, they're rolling out of the cockpit, just on fire, burning. You know, Ralph has caused that.
Holy shit.
Oh,
okay.
Get up the last couple of quotes here, and then we'll play the rest of the video.
Yeah, we gotta
get these quotes that have come out today.
Yeah, so these have come out today. This is what Ralph is saying: is that he fucked Mint Salad, and Riley.
Even is that we've never heard Mint Salad before today.
No.
This is someone new that they're introducing.
Some people have.
If we believe the kayfabe story, this is their hot new talent. They're trying to push into the lore. They're trying to get us a fresh face to get us more interested in the storyline. This is like you debut a new character.
I suppose we have to ask the question: is Mint Salad a lolicon advocating pedophile like Earjuice, or?
Well, she lives with Digibro, so I don't know.
I imagine, yeah,
you'd have to be
pedophile just like Earjuice.
Apparently, Mint Salad is a real woman, which is shocking. They're in short supply around this crew. It seems to all be men or men pretending to be women. Like, they're all bitchless except for Ralph, who seems to be fucking the real pussy. But here it says, he didn't care because I was buddies with Dick.
She fucked him because he was buddies with Dick.
Yeah, as long as you're buddies with Dick, you can fuck anyone else's girlfriend. I wonder if Marie, I wonder if Fiddler Dax is a cuckold as well.
Mean, if Ralph is in this position as like the lowest level of low capos, what position is Dick in? Like, what's going on there? Do you know, what sort of... is he going with, like, the neighbors of that household? Like, does he own that street? Is that street just like a body farm that Dick Masterson can pick from? And choose who he's going to sleep with that night? Like, what is going on with this?
Here's this next quote. Said it was no big deal for friends of the show to sample Mint, as he put it. Like, this is amazing. This is 100% real. You're sampling Mint. So, like, this is it. Like, these guys talk about how everybody else is cuckolds, cuck this, cuck that, but they're all passing around their girlfriends for each other to use. Like cuckolds.
I have some.
So has Ralph passed around Pantsu?
I would hope so, and my guess would be so. I mean, that's what everyone does there. Let me get back. I got some poll from the chat. Who Mint is?
This is how you throw away your incel, rings into the eye of Sauron there, and you can just join this harem with Ralph. I mean, if Ralph's getting this sort of action, you'll probably be getting 10 times that goal.
I probably would be, but the thing is, I'm not as much of a Chad as Ralph. He's outclassed me in Gunt and fightability.
Gahul, the man literally has a big fat ass on the front of his belly.
That's what girls like, I guess. That's what women want. That is what women want. No, hold up. I got the big L. We have some drama on who Mint is. History. I pulled it out of the woodwork from the chat. Mint literally does furry art. Dick encouraged her to leave her parents and draw furry porn professionally for him.
No.
So is Mint literally Leo Pirate's ex-girlfriend then? Because isn't that Leo Pirate's ex-girlfriend? She was drawing furry porn professionally, and she had this Patreon that Leo wanted to keep protected, so he didn't want the Kiwi Farm thread on him to shed light on her.
That may be. That's some deep lore.
Literally Leo's ex-girlfriend, because I wouldn't be surprised. I imagine Leo lives in a place like this.
That could be the case. I don't know.
This is
fucked.
It's so fucking degenerate.
But we have to. Here's the final Chad word from Ralph on the sex with Mint. It wasn't that special, and her pussy stinks. So
wasn't that special, and her pussy stinks to high heaven. She's over in Minnesota. I'm in Virginia, and I can smell her pussy from here. So, like,
do you reckon Ralph was going into that thinking he'd be like minty fresh when he went down on her? Like, is this what he was thinking?
Yeah,
Polo mint?
Oh, but that's where Ralph's standards are. He smells it. It's a stinky pussy. But he did it anyway, because she has them big old titties. Big old titties. I had to sample Mint. I had to sample them.
Ever since Ralph got divorced, he's really been rising this carousel, hasn't he? He's really been sowing his wild oats. You can't really blame him. He's taking full advantage of being a single man. He's no longer under the thumb anymore of marriage and Nora.
Fuck. All right.
Krusty's king for that stanky old pussy. Krusty's king. Like, this is the LARP. This is the LARP. It's awesome. This is fucking amazing. Fuck everybody who wanted this guy to go to jail.
Honestly.
Ian Juice and Pig Clips and Jabba were crying in their blankets. What?
Move
for me, Ralph.
Because now I'm going to tell you where we're at. I'm going to tell you where we're at in the arc. We're at the point where Ralph is now fully convinced he is a full-on Chad. He is a full-on king. And he's going to double down. And he's going to keep doing this crazy shit.
This, isn't it? Like, this is the... Gahul, when they tell you on Incel... Is it .is or .co? When they tell you to, like, Jester Max, Charisma Max.
Yes.
Personality Max.
It's all fake. It's all wrong.
Chad Max.
You gotta...
This man literally has a big, fat, saggy old ass on the front of his chest there.
And he gets bitches. You want to know why? Because he is maxing. He's gunt maxing. He is gunt maxing. That's what...
He's anus maxed. Let's be real. He's grown another anus.
He is Tate maxed. That's what he has done. Oh my god. Christ is Kino in the chat.
You just gotta Jester max to the point where you develop your own frontal anus.
That's what you gotta do. Listen, he is gunt max beyond the gunt boundary. He's gone past guntum and gone straight to ass crackdom. It's truly a magical sight to see. When you look at him, you look at that front crack, the back crack, it's just complete crack all the way around. He's got the rash, the mutated fungusoid creeping across. And the thing is, that rash moves in the video.
Have we been able to run these through is it Remini? Have you heard of this, Gahul? Like, people are restoring old film prints with Remini. It's like an Android app.
That's a good idea.
Has anyone been able to 4K upscale this to actually see if it's grizzle, to actually see if it's a rash or a fungal spore, if it's thrush or something?
Now, I would hope that's the case. Unfortunately, much of this footage is very blurry because of the shaky cam, because the guy who was running this was not a professional camera operator, and I do begrudge him for that. And we don't even have the original footage. We only have Digibro's edited upload of it.
Yeah, and this is what I was going to... This was my take when I was first about to join. We're only seeing the edited highlights of a much longer thing, and it's coming from a very biased view.
That's fair.
The point of view of Digibro the paedophile. Let's be real here. I mean, we're being shown completely distorted information. We're literally seeing it through the eyes of a paedophile.
That's true.
So yeah, it's a bit dubious.
But we need to release the Kino cut.
We need to release. Just give me the raw unedited footage. I don't even care if Ralph's in the wrong, Digibro's in the right, Digibro's in the wrong. I don't care.
Give me the CCTV footage. That's all I need. Just the fly on the wall CCTV footage of Ralph breaking into the apartment and he's sort of fighting them.
Well, with it muted, we get a pretty good description of what that would be without the words. So let's go through. Godwinson, let's do the live watch with Godwinson, and we'll give us our take. We'll give the play-by-play commentary again. Now, what we got here is
you don't need to do it again. Look, okay. So here he is, coming across the lawn. Do we know where this is? Is this in California?
This is, I'm assuming, in Texas, because I believe that's where Digibro lives. Last I remember, is that he was in Texas. I could be wrong, though. Now, here he is walking away. Should we skip to where we were before Godwinson came in, PPP? Do we want to rewatch most of this shit, or...?
No, I don't. Carry on, I don't mind.
Well, it just depends if we want to get the Godwins, the Adam.
Well, no,
the Adam
a lot
take.
of the video is just them talking and
Yeah.
filming Ralph from afar. The best bit of the video is when he comes in and we get to see the fight, and it's towards the end, isn't it?
It's like right here. Let me find. There we go.
I mean,
Right
'cause
here.
the reality is we have to listen to 14 minutes of Digibro speak. So
Yes, here we go.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Finally,
Do I look 5'1", bitch? Then the complete Chad just pushes the door aside and into the frame. It's just the framing here of this shot is actually perfect.
it is, right? It's quite
Christopher
yeah.
Nolan, Stanley Kubrick, all the greats, John Ford even, none of them could have recreated this shot in a studio setting. This is completely raw, natural, pure Kino in its
Well, it
highest
is not.
form. From the
I guess
master
you shut
Kino,
that fucking door.
Ralph.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Look
I mean,
at that.
isn't that just choreographed into such a way where, I mean, the camera pulls out as he's opening the gate there, they get him in full frame, then he steps in and the camera sort of zooms in a bit. You know, we can literally break up the shot in a sort of 4 aspects here, which is supposedly the lines of symmetry that make true Kino. Have you heard of this, Gahul?
Yes,
We break up the shots
it's
into 4.
Yeah, it's the rule of the rule of thirds. Really, that's what it is.
Yeah, and we can give things, their own sort of visual significance and meaning. So the sort of shadow here, the not today.
Like,
the
look, he's
iron
here in the back
bars
corner,
that-
and then
that
he
really-
appears. He transitions into the center of the frame. He's on the edge of the frame, and as it appears,
Well, look at
he-
these iron bars, Gahul, that really Ralph should be behind.
This is
Yet
symbolism.
he's breaking the system.
He's passing
breaking
beyond.
his imprisonment and
Yes.
coming in and meting out justice to these pedophiles.
You know what?
That's a high level take. That's a
Not
high IQ
today.
take.
You know what? I
Not
think Godwin's,
today,
I think
Steve.
regardless if this is real or not, I think the reality is it's Kino. Whether it's real or not is I'll
Yeah,
go
well,
to
this
the
is
point.
it. I'm perfectly happy with it being all fictitious, but what has been created is it's better than your movie, Gahul. I'm sorry.
It is.
I apologize.
This is the best film of the weekend. This is the best Kino of the weekend. I put hours into mine, but Ralph came in and Chadley stopped me with just a minute, with just one drunken night, and I can't deny it. He outclassed me, and I feel no shame in that because I can't deny it. He's the better man this weekend. Like, holy fuck. And as he comes in the frame, you can see him, you get the beautiful shot of him, the close-up glaze look in his eyes, you can clearly tell he's completely fucking drunk. The heavy breathing from his mouth, it's just perfect.
It really is.
In the slow-mo, in the frontal,
We've got the camera asking the ear question here, haven't we?
he does, right on the ear. Is that a reference to Earwinson?
What it
It must be. It
What
must
does
be
it
some sort of
mean?
metatextual reference.
Yeah.
And then here comes the pan back, so you
Look
get
at
the full...
the way his teeth came together. That snarl.
This is an excellent performance, isn't it?
It is.
This is almost like Leonardo DiCaprio trying to get into his car in The Wolf of Wall Street.
It is.
But this hook here, it's almost as though Ralph. I mean, this is where I was doubting whether it was real or not. Ralph goes back before the punch lands. If we can enhance that, we can see that Ralph pulls his face back before that punch lands.
Let's watch it again in slow-mo. Here it goes. And back. And bam. Look at that. The recoil on that.
There goes the
I
hat.
don't know. Did Ralph preempt that? Is it
That-
fake? Did
is
did
it a
the
work punch?
get thrown?
I don't know if Ralph is the most talented pro wrestler in the world ever, perhaps? Because, look
But
at this.
look at this performance he's giving. This is like choreographed. Even the way the hat spins off like a helicopter.
It's
I mean-
almost too perfect. You are right. It is almost too perfect.
It's surreal. It's surreal, to say the least.
And they
And
immediately
this
go into
part here,
grappling.
This part here where they both go down together, and it's like the Reichenbach fall with Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty.
Yes. And look at this. And you know what the thing is? He immediately goes into this fake fighting stance that I see a lot of people do. Maybe because he's a weeaboo, it's what he thinks it looks like. But it's a very clear. They both go into their fake fists up fighting stance.
And then she uses human shielding him, like he's Osama bin Laden or something.
And then the overhand throw, and then Ralph reaching for him. And that's really just great form on Ralph's part to go for the grab, I think. But, it's hard to decide whether it's real or fake. I don't think that
And then
matters.
she uses this very devious tactic where she puts the flash on her phone to disorientate the attacker. To
But also
blind-
to illuminate the scene. That's the other thing. It also illuminates the scene. So is this a stage?
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
If
point.
it's
you know
the
what this
more
reminds
perfect
me of? You know when? I mean, is it is it Bloodsport, where they're in the ring and we've got like lens flare coming in
Yes,
from the lights there
when he gets the fucking powder in his face and he goes,
and it's slow-mo. Yeah, this is it.
This is what this is, and obviously I'm playing this in slow-mo so we can get more details. This is not the...
You know what the best thing... Once we've done the analysis, we just play this with Guile's theme. Someone's surely done that, right?
Oh, of course. Now, you see, look, I want to go back...
They have to have done it with Guile.
Look at this hockey punch here. Look at these hockey punches. They go for a traditional collar and elbow tie-up, which you do in wrestling, this is the wrestling part of the show, guys. You know, get the really standard collar and elbow tie-up into a hockey
that
punch.
Isn't a punch. Here, he's just elbowing his head, isn't he? He's elbowing the top of his head, almost.
He's not going like this. He's going up like that, like he's fucking Kevin Owens in WWE and Sami Zayn doing their fucking hockey punches to the back. Which is like, maybe just because he's watched too much wrestling, that can maybe be the argument there.
And then she's grabbed his hair.
And they pull him out. Hair. But the thing is, it'd be one thing for Ralph to be wearing a small shirt to have his gun show, but this guy also gets his gun out. They are deliberately protruding their guns for views and attention. I think that they're pouring their guns out.
They've both recently gained a bunch of weight and not bought new clothing. So that's what it is. Like, before they were like a 2X and now they're like a 3XL and they're still wearing the 2XL shirt.
So just pause it. Ralph like stroked his head then for a bit. You know, did you see that? He like stroked his head. There wasn't a slap there or an attack. He just stroked the top of his head.
Well, that was to establish his alpha dominance.
I think that's what it is. It's a power pat, isn't it?
It's a power.
It's like look at that, little boy. Yeah, look at it. Yeah. Look at it. It's like he's a dog.
Oh my god!
He's emasculated him. And then it goes into the gun-on-gun action, which is just a full-on emasculation for Riley, really, because his gun just can't compare to the anus gut of Ralph.
And look, that's a straight up
wearing crop tops, doesn't it? It looks like they're both on the beach now.
Now
it looks like they're both like overweight fat women wearing crop tops. Yeah.
Now, if you look at this frame here, you can see
this is excellent, isn't it? This is like Godzilla versus Mothra.
Godzilla versus Kong, the preview.
To bring it back to wrestling, this is Andre versus King Kong Bundy here. You got the fucking, that's a traditional collar and elbow tie-up. When I was taught how to do collar and elbow tie-ups, that was the exact maneuver you use. You put the arm behind the neck and the other one on the guy's elbow. That's how you do it. And they're doing it perfectly. This is perfect form.
So we've got what we have here is either they've choreographed this scene, they've written a script and choreographed it, which would be amazing in itself. I want to see the rehearsals. Or we've just got two incredibly autistic men who are so devout with their wrestling knowledge and skills that the way they fight for real
go is into wrestling moves.
Is to do wrestling.
So is she on the other side of the door now? Is this Pantsu? I'm disoriented.
No, Pantsu's out there. This is Mint. This is the man. This is the girl Ralph and Riley both fought. This is the
But she looks like she's attacking him with a weapon here, doesn't she?
That's just her arm. That's her arm there. Just because she's wearing a dark sweater that looks like an arm. So that's her fist. Let's get the back up here.
But no one really goes for his belly, do they? Like, do they think their limbs are going to get caught in there and they'll never see them again?
No. Okay, so she goes to punch his face, but before she punches his face, someone covers his face. I think that's Riley, who covers his hand on his face to shield Ralph from the oncoming blow.
So what is happening here?
What the fuck is going on?
But yeah, he shields the face. He shields the face.
This is incredible. You know, I just can't believe this. And then we have the pounding, the ground, the more pounds, you know. This is like, you know, you have like a UFC, you know, fight at like a fucking, what's it called? A fucking work press conference?
Well, this is like Ralph's underdog moment where he's like beaten, bloodied, and bruised. After this, he's going to do like the Rocky IV Hearts on Fire workout and then come back on top and beat Ivan Drago into the ground.
It's still he rises. Like, it's like 3 or 4 on 1 here.
Yeah.
It's still he rises. Like, it's.
If they were any smart at all, even if this was real, they need to stage a Ralph versus Riley fight now. They need to capitalize on the money that they've built.
Well, that's what the tweet was. Like, so he tweeted out shortly after this video premiered, talking about Knoxville 2 and how he's going to fight Riley. So I imagine this is what it's all building to.
It has to be. This has to be what this is. And look, there he spits in her face. That's what the whole fucking people are mad about. The allegation
is that he's spitting blood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
There's no sort of facial lacerations on him, is there?
So the argument is that his mouth, he's bleeding from the mouth, which I
Yeah,
don't
but
see.
what has caused him to bleed? Has he lost a tooth? Like, what has caused him?
He
to bleed
might have
from
bit
the
his
mouth?
tongue. My guess would be that's what happened.
He's
No,
nicked his tongue.
according to him, what happened was one of the guys, I think it was Bird, was wearing a ring, and when he punched him, the ring cut up his lip.
Wait, hold up.
So according to
that doesn't make sense. Bird didn't punch him until after the
blood
spit.
here.
Bird did not.
Maybe you need to enhance it more, but I can't see much blood here.
I'm gonna have to.
Unless Ralph has swallowed like a blood capsule or something.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
To sell the shot.
I'm sorry. In continuity, Bird punches Ralph after this happens. Does he not?
No, okay, so he goes, I'm fine, LOL. They're weak as fuck. The only lick they got was short ass Riley sucker punched me with some ring or something metal, split my lip. I had blood all over my face and was laughing like the Joker. Ha 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 ha.
It's hard to
it was
tell
pretty
because
epic.
Ralph's face is so beetroot red anyway because of the alcoholism that we can't tell whether he's bleeding from the face.
I'm guessing he has split lip is what he's arguing, which I don't even know. Like, fine, even if he was spitting blood, it's like, look at, is she laughing here in this scene?
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah,
it looks like she's laughing. We just slow that. They sped this up because they would know if we saw this in real that we would know it's fake. We have to slow this down. Let's look at this. This is the second pull apart. You can see her fucking, these degenerate scumbags with their.
This is like
you get some broad
This is
action.
like them knowing they can't do a second take because they busted.
Okay, this is it. This is the fucking. Look at this. This is like when I had to fucking edit my shit in my video and I had to speed up the footage because I had made a fucking mistake. Now you get the boob show, obviously, but look at this frame right here.
She's
there,
laughing.
there, she is laughing.
Yeah.
You can fucking tell. I need to pause this exactly on the right frame. Right. Can YouTube go frame by frame? No, it can't.
Her face is a bit like sliders when you pause it like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Look at that.
This is
That's
like,
a face
this is like Riley checking for the camera, going, "Was that okay? Are we finished? Are we done? Do you want more? Do you want more?"
She is definitely laughing. She is definitely laughing her fucking ass off
now,
right now.
Is she laughing because it's fake or because this is such a comical fucking scene? Because if I was here, I would be laughing.
Well, I imagine they've all just sat around, doing some meth and swapping each other's troons, and they've just cooked this idea up. But they didn't think it would go this far. Like, they didn't think Ralph would be covered in blood, and they didn't think they'd both be half naked wrestling. I think they just thought there'd be like a gentleman's sort of
agreement. But Ralph took it for real. Ralph made what was supposed to be a work to shoot through his chat.
One of them took it for real, and it changed it completely. Like You versus Dead Man. It's like this sort of situation now.
This is the frame I'm talking about right here. She definitely looks like she's smiling and laughing and having a decent time in this frame right here. Right? Does she not? Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? I'm not crazy, am I?
No, she is laughing, yeah.
Now, it could be that she's laughing at a ridiculous situation. That's a fair argument. But I'm more inclined to believe you, Godwin. This may be fake. But the thing is, do we care?
No, I'm not saying that it's fake is a bad thing. I'm not going to be like Snake Juice or Pig Clips and Jarbo and talk about how everything must be real and we need to report the news and know for me. No, I mean, I'm happy with this being fake. I appreciate this art that they've produced.
I do too. This is excellent. And this is where we've left off at the last time we were out here. So let's bring it up to decent speed. We'll turn the audio back off.
Dropped his phone inside the house.
So Ralph leaves his phone in the house. And we were talking, this is an excellent play by Ralph to fake, even if it's fake, leave his phone in the house so they let him come back in, and then.
But isn't this so contrived? It's like he comes back in.
Yeah. Like they're stupid enough to let him back in to get his phone, and like they go, "Huh? Where's the phone?" But then look at this. This is the genius of Ralph. Immediately the sucker punch. That's a fucking great punch by Ralph to get his comeuppance on it.
Punches Riley with his guard down.
The formal.
Well, this is it. This is his return. This is his after the Hearts on Fire montage.
Yeah.
You know?
Hearts on fire.
He's come back in.
Strong desire.
Guns on fire.
Like, it's some amazing shit. But people are like, oh, he did a sucker punch. Well, didn't Riley sucker punch him like twice?
Yeah.
Didn't Mint Salad sucker punch him about 5 or 6 times? And we're going to cry about the morality of Ralph sucker punching? Like, oh, the morals only cut one way. Ralph's always in the wrong. This is like the one group of people that Ralph might actually have moral superiority to.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in no doubt. These are all pedophiles and meth addicts, aren't they?
Okay, here's the difference between Ralph and Riley, though. If this is real, we were talking about this earlier, PP. When Ralph got hit, he just stood there and took it. Riley gets it, he goes down. He's like back, he's backed away. He's
folded like a bitch. Like a bitch.
You know, this Riley fellow is like half Ralph's age. He's almost double his height. You know, I'd say they're roughly about the same weight.
I would guess.
But doesn't it show you that Ralph is in prime physical condition?
I don't. Riley looks about to be at the same height as Ralph. Maybe that's just me with the video, but they look about the same
size. Oh well,
size.
who's the fellow in red then?
That's not Riley. That's
the one. Not the one that's Ralph. Who is this fellow?
Is that Bird?
That's Bird. Bird is the big one. Bird. Riley's the one who started the fight. So this is Bird, some other fucking dude. I don't know. Their names are all gay. So.
Bird is the gay man who's plowing Digibro, but claims to be straight. So he's Digibro's boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we got the great view of the room here with this. Like, look at the fucking quality on this.
Look at the degeneracy, you know?
All this crap. And I've got a lot of crap in my house, you know, I'm not going to deny that.
But
this is another level.
When you've got Pig Clips, Jarbo, and Snake Juice saying that Ralph has taken a massive L and he's been served justice by these people, you know, don't believe it, because these people are pedophiles. They dress their whole living situation in pedophilia. You know, they haven't won against Ralph. Ralph has delivered justice to these people. He should have put a Molotov cocktail in there and just set fire to the entire dwelling.
And so
no for me, Ralph.
Then they push him out, and then the woman comes back. And look, now fucking, what's it called? Bird is struggling to get this man out. Bird is probably twice his size, and he is struggling to move the Gunt, because the Gunt is the immovable object. You cannot stop him, you know. If he's firmly planted in place, you will not move Ethan Ralph. He will hold there forever.
No, but the situation, right, the contrivance for this scenario is that Ralph was picking up Pantsu's thing. So Pantsu was living in this as well, was she?
She was.
Yeah, so I've sent Gould like the background, so the DMs that they shared back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Look at Digibro. Is that Digibro there?
That must be. Yeah.
So yeah, that is Digibro.
My God.
God damn it. Fucking degenerates. But like look at these fucking these DMs that he sent to like set this up.
Are they going on the TV?
Yeah, throw them up. It starts with "I'll be down there with May by 10 tonight."
Oh, I gotta save them all to my hard drive to pull them up. So give me a second. Just talk for yourself while I get this set up. It won't take me too long.
No, but so here's what I'm curious about, Godwinson, is what is Diddler Dax's reaction going to be? I haven't seen the footage. I thought he
came out on Ralph's side.
He seemed to come out on Ralph's side today, but I haven't seen the footage. I've just heard people say, Dax was trying to ride the fence, but because Riley didn't show up, he sided with Ralph because Ralph was there. But these are his closest associates.
You've got to get into Dick's mindset where he's thinking, okay, Ralph has suddenly brought a load of more eyes and a load more money into the business now by making good content and getting a lot of people watching the stuff again. But he's going to be thinking, I need Riley to supply me the drugs, and this harem of bitches. So Dick Masterson's sort of two brains are going to be going here. His business side or his, reptilian, lustful side that's full of vice and degeneracy.
I think what's going on here is, it's just a worksheet. I think he's going to be playing both sides. He's going to work both sides. He's going to be the neutral moderator ever. He's going to be a special guest referee.
Well, he did the same. Remember when he called Ralph and Josh into his office?
Yeah.
And the situation happened.
He's going to be the special guest enforcer at this match. He's going to be the referee during this match. This is a classic setup. You have the neutral party be the guest referee at the match, right? PvP. This is classic wrestling booking, this is what it is, right?
This is pro wrestling. This is some good shit.
This is. Now,
so here we have
on
these
the pro wrestling show, people. That's why if you're wondering why this is on 5
This is Ralph talking, is it? These DMs on screen.
Yes.
I'll be down there with May by 10 tonight. If her stuff is gone, I advise against letting that happen. Let's put it that way. And we'll be getting the rest of it too, one way or the other. This is my personal guarantee to you motherfuckers.
So was he moving it to his address? Is she moving in with him fully now?
Yes. I would guess so.
And where is that address? Is it the mother's house or this apartment they're renting?
No, so they've got this new house that they're renting like 15 minutes away that they're living in. So it's not in the crack shack. It's a new crack shack. And they're moving the stuff there. So this was the reasoning as to why. And then we have him saying, send me your phone number. I'll be at the house by 10 p.m. And then he's like, if any of my stuff has gone out of the front yard, I'd advise that not to be the case. I'm not fucking around. I'm going to be there whenever you see this call, but I'm coming regardless. And then I guess Digibro says, I don't care about any of this, and no one here has any legal obligation to protect garbage that was left here 6 months ago. Grow the fuck up, retard. And then Ralph goes, suck my dick, bitch. I'll be coming through. So this is some pretty fucking amazing shit.
But what stuff was in the front yard then?
There's a photo. I'll pull it up in the video.
Because is it outdoor stuff? Because you don't want your stuff to be in the front yard, do you?
So
and for it to remain in the front yard.
The argument is that they put in. There's some stuff. There's some animation frames.
So that's
in
like
there.
A child's bicycle.
That's actually just a woman's bicycle. That's what they all look like. No offense, but just women are. That's what women do, my friend. Oh, but I gotta get it on screen for everyone on the stream to see. So if you look at this,
don't any of them drive? Like, what is this?
So I watched this video coming on the stream, and
why is Ralph wasting his time picking up this shit? This is nonsense.
It is.
It's like a pride thing. It's like, oh, I need my respect, pantsuit. I don't know.
There's like a blue dustbin, some sort of box,
There's
child's bicycle. A purple bucket, a pink bucket, and a purple sort of bar thing.
That is a purse of some kind. I know in the video they claim that there's animation frames in there of some kind, like from an anime or some shit. Which, you don't want to leave that shit out in the rain. So I get being upset at that. But that's this is the half. This is an end table.
Animation cells that they've drawn and they've put it through a film negative. Are they drawing on film negatives?
My guess is they bought them. I'm not sure if they drew them or if they bought them. Like they might have been like animation frames from Ava or some shit.
What nonsense!
But if you look in the background, this is a disassembled drawer. This is like a part of like a desk or an end table, but it's not even like a full thing. It's like been disassembled here. And I don't know why. It's like, why is there like no top on this? Where is the beget? Is this just part of a desk?
Crazy. Like, what is this stuff? I mean, beyond the bicycle, I couldn't tell you what every object is definitively.
Well, these are all.
It's all just like it's a bunch of flea market trash.
It's useless.
I'm guessing
nonsense.
What's happened here is Ralph is really, I believe, this is my theory, he's really in the doghouse with Pantsu because Josh has written this thread about Pantsu on Kiwi Farms, which if you read it, literally has her real name and address and says that she's a pedophile.
Oh.
Just outright.
But that's
outright
just Josh's revenge, isn't it? Because they all did a rap on Josh, didn't they? The Foxstick Farms and shit like that.
So then Ralph went at Josh about it, saying like, this is all lies, damn it. This is all bullshit. You can't be putting this up. I'm going to sue you for defamation. So like Ralph was threatening to sue Josh, probably because Pantsu's pissed off at him or isn't putting out or whatever. And this is like an extension of that, where because he's in the doghouse with Pantsu, he's doing whatever she wants, which is to go get like her fucking trash back from Digibro. So this is what this is, I think. But who fucking really knows? It's all just a bunch of bullshit.
But what was Ralph have thought? I mean, because she's been on about him to pick up this stuff, I imagine. Like really like nagging him and moaning. Please pick up my stuff. I need it back. When Ralph walks past this pile of crap, I mean, what is he thinking? No wonder the guy lost it and started fighting. He had to go there for something. Imagine if this is your reward, driving all that way.
Driving 2 to 3 hours to come pick up a shitty bicycle and some crap and some bins. Now, the question I have is, this relationship with Ralph and Pantsu and Digibro, do we know, why, what happened? Why did Pantsu leave Digibro?
I only know from what Josh told me, and it was like, for some reason, at one point in time last year, all of Josh's enemies, like the Anti-Justice League for Josh, the Suicide Squad for Josh, gathered at Ralph's house. And there's an infamous image of Ralph like saluting and them all in the background. And they're all like decades-long enemies of Josh. This pedo, the Digibro, is like him and Josh seem to have this weird beef going back years. And from then, Josh didn't like that they were all entangled with Dick Masterson, and so they broke away due to that, I think. But that's how they became entangled. Ralph became entangled with them through Dick, and so Josh fell out with them because Dick Masterson wasn't taking his influence anymore. He was taking this weird substrata as influence of trannies and pedophiles.
Here's my question then. How long has the kayfabe been going on for then? Is Digibro been in on this from the beginning and what's her face?
Well, I don't think that Josh. I think maybe Josh is hurt financially by it. I don't know if that's necessarily kayfabe. I think this kayfabe is probably bona fide because they're all together. They're all sort of in constant contact. They've been through a lot worse as shit. Like they were all pretty solid around like the release of the sex tape and every single one of Ralph's faux pas, like the trial and the whole the parents coming out of this child bride. They all stuck pretty solid. It seems to me like the content's drying up, so they're contriving.
That's one of my things. Like, how long has this gone back with like the whole Pantsu and Ralph thing? Is this been just a big setup by? Because I know for a fact that Digibro was big into pro wrestling. I remember seeing like a video he posted about it a while ago.
All are. Like, Ralph's big into it, isn't he?
Right.
Riley's big into pro wrestling.
Was this always a setup for this feud that's been going on for months? Is the whole Ralph Pantsu relationship fake? Is this always a big setup to fucking cause this fight between this fucking nobody Riley and the Gunfather himself?
Well, I think, you've just got to think of how Ralph lives his life. We've seen so much of this guy's personal interactions in DMs and far too much of like behind the scenes stuff that we shouldn't have seen. I think he doesn't necessarily live his life like a private person. I think he's such a weird character where he's always thinking of like content. He's always thinking of what the next show is. He's not necessarily living like a real life. He's not just paying his bills and going to work. His whole life is this fantasy almost. So I think even when they're like interacting with each other personally, I don't think those reactions are authentic or real. I think they're all acting almost. I think all of this is acting, and this can only come from people that live on the internet. This whole household that we've seen, it's like the whole mannerisms are like taken from something they've seen on the internet.
Their wall is a fucking wall of JPEGs. That's what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like Google Images, isn't it? The Google Images feed. Or even if we go meta, it's like an image board, isn't it? It's an image board.
Or a forum.
Literally, we've got a Gunt thread on an image board coming into the dwelling.
Yeah. The Gunt A war. It's the Cal versus A war. That's what this is happening right now.
Sort of personified. But what do you think about that take, PPP, where I think that Ralph doesn't necessarily think authentically? I think he's always in character, and I think the character, the part can't.
Pretty much. I think there's some times where if something happens that's unexpected, like it'll hurt his pride and he'll act authentically in that way. But I think for a long time, he's been thinking very cynically about what's going to make him the most money. And so a lot of it becomes inorganic because of that. And I think it started off with a lot of this where he was like kind of pretending to be a lolcow. And then like his alcoholism kind of got the better of him and he just totally fucking lost it. And I don't know. It's tough to say.
Well, that was our take way back when, wasn't it? We were thinking that, Gahul, give us your take on what this take was. Me and PPP had this massive discussion a few months back where we spoke about the whole Ralph thing. It seemed to us that Ralph was trying to like become Copper Cab almost. He was trying to turn himself into this weird lolcow because he saw that it worked for DSP, it worked for various other people where, they were just getting money in regardless and they were turning them because there was no journalistic integrity of Ralph left.
Yeah, no. The Ralph Retort site was dead for sure by then. I think, he looked
so it seemed to me at the time that Ralph was doing more and more shocking things to try and court the sort of lolcow audience, to try and court a sort of weird niche subgroup where he could sort of farm money for the rest of his life like DSP.
I think it's possible.
But he never went far enough, in my opinion. Like Copper Cab, he goes all the way. Ralph, it almost seemed to me like he was too self-aware. Like with the sex tape, he should have doubled down and released like a 3-hour, cam show for us. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's why
He's
the Ralph.
crazy.
Here's the pro wrestling thing. Maybe he's trying to keep the kayfabe alive, but I want to believe it's real because I've seen Ralph's attempt at content with the kill stream. I've watched. I back when he was on fucking the gun stream or whatever. When I fucking wanted to watch movies, I had to watch a couple seconds of the kill stream every now and then. And you know, when he makes his content, the kill stream, it's terrible. I just cannot watch it. It's when he does things like this that he's actually at his best. And I just don't know. I want to believe you guys. I want to believe that you're wrong. I think you may be right, but I want to believe in the story. And I want to think you're wrong. I want to just think he's just this dumb, alcoholic redneck living in the South, fucking his life up by doing it live on the internet. That's what I want. I don't know if it's true, but I don't care.
Exactly what is happening, Gahul. That is exactly like the net.
No, I mean, what Occam's razor is, right? The simplest explanation is this is just a drunken white trash redneck going to pick up the trash that his ex-girlfriend left at her place. Let's face it, Adam, this happens all the time in America. Maybe this doesn't happen all the time in the UK, but this happens all the time in America.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure.
Where you go to like get the ex-girlfriend stuff from her place, and it turns into like a pull-apart brawl.
The reality of Ralph is, though, that I'm sure there are millions of rednecks in America. I'm sure they live terrible lives in their trailer parks there, drinking themselves into oblivion. The difference with Ralph is that he's got a sort of internet presence to the point where we are here, to the point where there's been such big talk all around the internet, you know, about this man getting into an ordinary fight, an ordinary domestic fight that wouldn't make any headlines anywhere, but simply because it's Ethan Ralph. So this is the talent that he brings to this. This is the unique.
Well, this is his natural charisma. I mean, the natural charisma Ethan Ralph has, and the history. He's got a history of being on the internet. That's the difference. He devoted his life to Gamergate back when it started, and that's what this all comes back to. Is we're all stuck with it's all roots back to Gamergate, like Mundane Matt said. That's what it all comes back to.
But so with Gahul, with my like Copper Cab take, I was thinking, okay, so Ralph is trying to like utilize, he's trying to become Copper Cab, but like there's stuff holding him back. Maybe Gator's saying no, and all of this stuff. Maybe there's stuff. When really Ralph could have made a lot more money just going the full hog and going crazy. Here, though, maybe the whole tactic of being rational with it, with rationing it out, and not necessarily overladling the stew here, maybe that's paid off, because if Copper Cab did this, he does videos like this all the time, doesn't he? No one gives a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Ralph does something like this once in a blue moon, and everyone cares.
This is the difference.
It's a good business plan if you're Ralph.
This is the thing. You get people built up to things. This is all a build up to get him the big bucks. Because you think he's doing this now to drive attention, and then
to Knoxville too.
Right, to Knoxville too, where he'll make pay-per-view money. He's building to the pay-per-view. He's doing kayfabe, and I understand that that's probably what's happening, and you probably are right, Godwinson, but the truth is, I don't care. I want to believe. I want to believe it's still real to me, damn it! It's still real to me! And it's gonna...
I don't think whether it's fake or not has any impact on one's enjoyment. People should get out of the mindset where everything has to be 100% real.
You're right.
Considered worthy. You know, you're not Snake Juice or Pig Clips or Jarbo. You've got your own mind.
Well, this is a fucking wrestling
discussion stream. Oh, guys! If you play fast and loose with the facts, it's worthless, and you're worse than Hitler. It's just fucking bullshit. You know, what matters is whether or not people are entertained, and the reality of it is, when it comes to Ear Juice, when it comes to Pig Clips, when it comes to Coggin, when it comes to Jarbo, is that not one person anywhere gives a fuck about them, their personality, their content. No one is entertained. Whereas Ethan Ralph actually can entertain people. And that's where it's sad for these motherfuckers is, in reality, they are lower than Ralph. They will always be lower than him until they manage to create something of entertainment value. And that's just the way I look at it. You know,
that's what I'm with this too. I'm entertained. I am entertained by Ethan Ralph just completely destroying his life in front of me. And you know what? The thing is, even if it is fake, the consequences of this will be real. Hopefully we get a fight. Hopefully Digibro doesn't. Hopefully no one presses charges over this.
So criminal charges have been leveled. Like what? Assault, breaking and entering,
No,
robbery.
no
what is being
fucking
leveled
charge.
here?
He's arguing this. I don't think any of them are pursuing charges. Do you want to know why? Because I think they're building to an actual fight that they're going to do. I think that's going to be the big blow off for this. But
yeah. This is what it'll be. It'll be a big fundraiser. Dick Masterson will promote it. It'll be under like a Dick Masterson road rage. It'll be a big, massive money pot. Yeah, and they'll all get paid.
And
more power to him. I hope he does it naked.
I'll buy the pay-per-view. I'm gonna do it because I'm invested. You got my vote, boy. This is excellent quality content. And the thing is, though, when you look at Ralph, you look at him fighting with this anime weeaboo girl. The prototypical college anime weeaboo girl, filthy, disgusting house, trashy furniture with the fucking books and DVDs and Blu-rays piled everywhere. This is the two sides of America clashing right here. You have the overly internet
what this
people.
Reminds me of is like, I mean, what are these? Are these students? Are these guys at college, or are they just?
They have the college mentality. That's what.
They're all pulled together in one house, aren't they? They're all renting.
They're all roommates. Yeah, I mean, like I have roommates too. That's because I just got out of college. But look at these fucking guys right here. Look at this. These people are living in a weeaboo den. This is like the two sides of the old internet clashing. This is like the two old age fucking shit. The true weeaboos, the con goers, the smelly, disgusting con goers having their pro wrestling match. And Ethan Ralph is the one that's making it happen. He's the star. He's the Hulk Hogan here.
Quickly, what is this obsession that they've all taken towards putting these weird sort of soundproofing car mats all over their walls? Like Ralph has done it, Masterson's done it, he's done it, Jarbo I think's done it. Why are they all doing this?
This is their podcast room. That's where they get, because it gets you better audio quality, so they can do their podcast.
But don't you have to cover I mean, I'm a complete noob to this. Don't you have to like cover the entire wall? Isn't covering like a fraction of the wall a bit counterproductive? I don't.
No, you just cover the hot points where like the noise coming in. You can determine that. You don't need to cover your whole wall. My friend who does video production, he does that shit. And you don't need to cover everything. Ideally, you would cover fucking all of it, but it's in a room that big, it's unrealistic. But
here it just looks terrible, doesn't it? I mean, I think it just looks awful.
I think these are the amateur people. They think just slapping them on the wall is going to do something, but it won't actually do anything. It doesn't. They just think it's up there to say, "This will make the sound better." When it doesn't. I've got fucking nothing in my room. Guess what? Our audio sounds fine because I've got a good microphone and I'm talking into it, and that's all you fucking need. But these people think you need a full studio. Oh, we gotta have our soundproof room and isolated things, and no one better fucking sneeze, or we're gonna lose our fucking viewers if someone sneezes, boys.
As if any of this shit is of any value whatsoever, that it has to be captured in pristine quality. I mean, these people make fucking nothing of value.
This is their bread and butter.
Gonna make. Their most viewed content they're ever going to make is this, and it's worse than like this stream. It's like potato quality.
There's a lot of echo in my... Okay. Someone said there's actually a lot of echo in my audio, so yeah, it's funny. Fuck. I'll turn down my gain. But no, seriously though, this is their bread and butter content. This is what they make. This is what they really spend their time making. Is this bread and butter? Sit on their stream and talk and get rolling super chats. This is how they make their living. Is this shit? So of course they're gonna try and say, well, we got to make our content as good as we can. This is what we make. This is what they do. They make $900.
So this is their full-time job, is it? That and
I might guess.
Dealing drugs.
Yeah, dealing drugs and streaming. This is the future of America is. People dealing. This is what kids want to be. They want to be YouTube streamers.
But these aren't kids, are they? These are like fellows in like their mid to late 20s.
No, I mean, I'm talking about this poll I saw where like the number one thing kids want to become is a YouTuber. Yeah, this is what they want to aspire to be. They want to be this. These people right here. This is what America wants to be.
Get some car mats on the walls, and you're halfway there.
Car mats and JPEGs.
The stardom of Ethan Ralph. Let's be honest. Ralph has probably made the most money that someone's going to make in this sort of sphere of the internet. Right? He's had thousands fall through his hands and be drunk down his throat. There, he's pissed away lots and lots of money.
He has.
And that's the person we're seeing now on screen is literally the apex of internet e-celebrity.
Well, I mean, he's lost more on spilt liquor than Air Juice has made in his entire internet career. I mean, that's just the reality.
And it's the real shame with Air Juice, isn't it? The 50-year-old man whose only beef with Ethan Ralph is jealousy. Like, he wants to monetize like Ralph. He wants to have the super chats like Ralph. He wants. I mean. This guy was getting angry when Ralph wasn't using his songs. I made you a song, Ralph, and you didn't play it on the show. Like, come on, and this guy, he mixes in the same sewer as Cog. Like, he makes Cog come out better and rosier smelling, doesn't he? Like, Cog the Cut comes out better in every interaction and bout he's had with Snake Juice.
This is excellent. I'm just watching this and look at the form of these people, the size.
What's on the TV here? Can we identify it? Is that
Dr. Phil?
It looked like a frame from the Snyder Cut to me, where they're looking at the news there.
That might be it. The aspect ratio is wrong, though, so I don't believe it is.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong? Because, I mean, the aspect ratio is sort of 4:3 there, isn't it?
No, it's full screen.
Oh, right.
Is that Picard?
I think I can see black bars, but I might be wrong.
Or is that the Snyder Cut?
That might be the
What
Snyder
is
Cut.
that?
I think it is the Snyder Cut, yeah.
No,
They're
it's
watching
some
the
guy and
Snyder
it's like a bald man in a suit. Like, I don't know.
It's the Martian Manhunter PPP.
What the fuck?
The Martian Manhunter.
Jesus Christ. Well, we don't know what they're watching, but at least it's not Lolicon. So
Well, maybe it's Lex Luthor giving his orders to Deadshot there.
No, this is the beginning of the movie, because if you look at the scroll bar, they're at the very beginning of the movie, so it's not the end, so... Like, let's go back here. Like, look at there. The scroll bar's like right at the beginning of the movie. So I don't know. Maybe it's the news.
I mean, if they're watching Dr. Phil,
this is the beginning of the movie.
Perfect. If they've got Dr. Phil on, isn't it just like the cherry on top of the Kino trifle?
It is, yes. If they're watching something, I can't tell. Something's on a television screen. They're like watching a news broadcast. But whatever the case, maybe if Digibro wasn't such a fucking loser, he would upload the full unedited raw footage and give info and everything in the shot. That'd be good.
What I don't see, though, Gahul, is like, I mean, if this was truly spur of the moment, and I'm wearing my tinfoil hat here, why am I not seeing any drug paraphernalia? Why am I not seeing, like, bongs and used needles and bags, which I would expect
the crack pipes are.
Yeah, exactly. Where are these things? It seems as though they've been quietly tucked away.
They're just slightly out of shot.
Yeah.
Slightly out of frame. It's just various pile of debris.
No, Cancer. The Snyder Cut is 4:3, but it's not. It's like it's IMAX aspect ratio. It's not 4:3. It's not a tribute to sort of the Christopher Reeves, or what is it? The serialized Superman of the 1940s.
I believe it is 5:4 is what it is. I think it's Academy ratio.
It's the IMAX aspect ratio.
It's the original. Citizen Kane is also in 5:4, so just think about that. Just gonna say,
yeah, a lot of old movies are, aren't they?
That was Academy ratio back, because that's what the size of a typical film strip is. That's what the real film is. That's the actual size of it. So
yeah,
not that any of you fuckers care in the chat.
But the thing is, no one can even watch it in IMAX. Can they? Like, nobody can watch.
Someone
physically watch it in IMAX. No theater in the world has released it in IMAX. I don't even think the cinemas are open properly. At least
Christopher Nolan has an IMAX in his house, and he watched it like that, and that's all he made it for. Zack Snyder made it just for Christopher Nolan to watch it like that.
He made it just to suck off Nolan, like most of his.
Well, even Nolan's films, I mean, I watched one of Nolan's films, and it wasn't fully in IMAX. There were IMAX.
No, I watched The Dark Knight Rises in IMAX. I saw The Dark Knight Rises in IMAX, and it wasn't all shot in IMAX.
No, it was part nonsense in IMAX. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a scab.
The Snyder Cut was shot entirely in IMAX, though. If you look at it, it was.
I don't know. There was only 9 minutes of The Dark Knight Rises that was in IMAX.
Yeah, there was something crazy, and it was shot in IMAX. I can't remember if it was not.
Look, here's a good shot of the fucking wall of anime people.
I keep reading the fucking 50-year-old man in chat. Like, these guys just survive on lies and schizo takes. Why don't you do that then? Because nobody watches you. And this idea that we're all seething about him. He's sitting in the chat for over 2 hours now, seething.
He's been here for 2 hours.
Listen,
desperate for attention. Come on, dude. You're 50. Do something else.
The last laugh will be on us. I mean, the first, middle, and subsequent laughs are always on us anyway. But the last laugh will be on us because this man's going to die before us. And he'll die before us childless as well. I mean, the man is 50 years old. He hasn't got children. He hasn't got a significant other. He's not even married. He's got some internet e-whore that he talks to called Mandy. The guy is a sad loser. He's no better than Job.
What? I'm sorry, what? Mandy?
Oh, I shouldn't be dropping this lore. He's gonna spurg out and go crazy.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. There was a Feminon that fucking shat up our board for a couple months on TV Chan that was called Mandy. She was the snake. Is this the same Mandy? Is this?
I don't know.
Is this? Did you send your whore after my site, Ear Juice? In which case, you can go fuck yourself because you can take your fucking women and get her off my website. She's not allowed. That's bullshit. Fuck you, Ear Juice. Now.
I shouldn't have said this. I apologize.
Now he's taking the page out of Shannon's book, which is Ashley. Like when you're having to steal your lines from Shannon Gaines, maybe it's time to reconsider your life, buddy.
It's fucking
I'm
snake.
just saying.
It's the same Mandy! Oh my god! I fucking confirmed it! This motherfucker! Take your wife! Get her the fuck off my board! Your whore wife posted her fucking ass on my board!
It's not his wife. It's some internet e-whore that he cams. Like, it's not his wife. You know, the man is lonely. You posted your
fucking
lives in America.
You posted
in America.
Okay, you posted your fucking horror of a fucking woman on my board, or she posted herself. She posted her fucking ugly, flat, disgusting ass. You need to tell her to get the fuck out. I don't want to see her or your fucking ugly wife ever again. She has to be gone. Fuck you. Bullshit.
That's it. It's over. You're dead.
We've triggered this poor 50-year-old man. We've exposed this man's life. I shouldn't have said that, Adrian. I apologize, Adrian, for for exposing the esoteric lore on you. I apologize.
Nose exposed again.
Your nose has been exposed.
Okay. Look at the form on this gay man, by the way.
Let's let the Adrian heat die down. I don't want this man to commit suicide. I know he's in his 50s. It's the highest time he could suicide, so I don't want him to die tonight.
You know, in another era,
on my hands.
This man would have died on the battlefield in Rome, and he would have had a normal life, and he wouldn't be disgusted and destroyed by the degeneracy and the mentality of tranny culture. He would have led a normal life in another time. But now he is here fucking Digibro. For some godforsaken reason, in a room filled with Munchlax PNGs on the wall.
All right, let's continue.
The thing is, like, just quickly, like Munchlax, isn't it the worst Pokemon? I mean, just look at it.
It's shit. It's shit.
It's just awful. I mean, it evolves into a Pokemon that literally just sleeps and eats all day, right? You know,
this is bullshit.
You know, you've got a pick of 1,000 Pokemon you could have on your wall. Like, you could have a big ass fucking like Rayquaza. You know, instead you've got the Munchlax. Like, it baffles me.
It's fucking, and he said this fucking Pokemon trainer from Sun and Moon in the bottom here. The worst Pokemon game, by the way, Sun and Moon. Just showing that off, shoving it on the wall there, because just to show that they have terrible taste. And also, someone Janny introduced in my chat. I've removed that person who did it from moderator. I don't know how to undo that.
Well, it looks like they janned him for his own safety here, because I was getting I shouldn't have said a lot of stuff about Adrian there. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that was
released the fucking crazy shit there.
That's beyond the pale. Whatever the case, I don't want to janny people from my chat. I do apologize, if you are still watching, if you haven't left.
Well, the whole thing is he's just here to advertise himself, really. I mean, that's his whole thing, is to try advertise himself.
He's got like tens of thousands of subscribers. Like, I don't think he needs any help from us.
Well, that's right. I mean, he has tens of thousands of subs, but yet sub 200 view counts. I don't know.
It's very fishy, you know. I don't know. Poor guy. Hope he doesn't kill himself, quite frankly. I don't want the blood of Ear Juice on my hands.
Me neither.
You should have moved for me. Will be the suicide now.
You should have moved. Like, come on, dude.
We continue to watch
this body language.
This guy's hand.
Like his hands. Like, what is this body language?
It looked to me like he was checking a watch that isn't there.
He's watching. He's looking at the blood on his hands. He's looking at the blood on his hands and what he's done. That's what it is. This dramatic effect.
It's just some spastic spurging, isn't it?
Tell me, Ralph.
And then the nipple right in the camera. Holy fuck. This is just terrible. Now, okay, we've watched this video. We've gone over it. We've looked at the footages. Now, what else is there to say? This is a fucking incredible video, an incredible display of Ethan Ralph's ability to create content.
Well, I suppose we could just go to like there's tweets that he's written subsequent to this, because they do advertise some sort of upcoming event, don't they? Knoxville 2. They give allusions to something that's bigger than this. This is like the video package, isn't it?
Okay. Let's go to Ethan Ralph's Twitter.
Well, some of Ralph's tweets today have just been tremendous. Just tremendous.
When he was saying he towered over Riley, I retweeted that one. I thought that was amazing.
Like he's still going at it.
And he calls him a pay pig because he bought like the Josh top, the Foxdit Farms top. He's like, "You bought my pay pig shirt, pay pig."
And he just blew him out. He just blew him out. Here's one where he's just tweeted. No. He's tweeted at one of the haters. He goes, "You'll be a dumb slut sucking dick for crack. Well, I'm doing the same thing 20 years from now. Screenshot this, bitch."
Amazing. I hope she has screenshotted it and framed it.
There's another one. "It means I'm a living legend and you're a nobody." He's
right. You can't say he's wrong in that instance, can you?
Here's a recap of the Ralph Retort Memphis style with the Bruce Lee clip. Incredible.
Memphis style.
Oh, Brian's coming with a take here. The orchestrator, the grand gay ops, administrator. He's come in with, "This all happened because Ralph got called 5-1."
Brian!
I mean, do you think that's the take, Brian? I mean, that's a bit of a knuckle dragging take there.
It's ice shiver me timbers cold from Brian.
And now here's Gator posting the anti-trans, bringing the fucking suicide ward trans thing. Oh my god, it's all going down.
Yeah, this is the tweet I wanted to sort of highlight. That this broke Dick Farms one goal. I mean, this made me laugh. I went on the floor holding my belly laughing when he posted this. PPP, do the dramatic reading of it.
All right, let me see it here. Hold on. Shit. It's not loaded in quite right. But he goes, "LOL, silence, pay pig. I tower over you. Literally. Even you and 3 circus freaks couldn't take me off my feet. That eye's looking a little rough, too. It's going to look a lot worse when Knoxville 2 rolls around, bitch."
And then the picture is literally Riley wearing a shirt that Ralph made and sold.
That he paid for.
Yeah, that he paid $40.
He paid money to own Jenny Juice. Paid the money to own Jenny Juice. You really look winning.
That is the best tweet of the year. Best tweet of the year so far.
Jesus. It's up there with some of Spoonie's tweets, though. Some of them have been pretty incredible this year. So,
well, Spoonie's dealing with the pain of losing his aborted baby. So.
Well, we don't want to. Godwinson, we want to go into that, but we got to save that content for the Lindsay Ellis stream. We don't want to. We can't just give these people everything all at once.
Here's what we're going to do: the trial of Lindsay Ellis.
We
bring her up on charges. Have you folks seen the rape rap? I have the footage of the rape rap.
Yeah, I got sent it as well. There's loads of stuff we could cover. Not just the abortion, not just like the Noah Antweiler shit, but the stuff with Dan Olsen and her ties to this Gamergate pedophile. I mean, you know who Dan Olsen is, surely, Gahul.
I think it's prosecuting attorney Godwinson and defense attorney either Gahul or Surfer.
Well, it's going to be difficult because we're all going to have it in for this woman. We're all going to be stabbing the knife in this woman's back. So
and I've heard
straws, right?
I've heard that we can get the actual real Lindsay Ellis here to defend herself.
Well, Kraut has said that that's possible as well.
Yeah, so we've heard from Kraut that we might actually get the real Lindsay Ellis.
I would be interested to hear Kraut's take on the Lindsay Ellis situation. I know I saw some of his tweets, and they're very interesting.
Gahul, like the most bizarre thing. Can you remember PPP? Like we were waiting for Kraut to do something. This was a few months ago now. And he was like, "Oh, sorry guys, I was just talking to Lindsay Ellis."
Yeah, he was in a call with
Lindsay. The nostalgia chick, and he was going, "No, Lindsay Ellis." I was like, "No,
Lindsay Ellis."
Gahul, Kraut, this is the nostalgia chick. We had to explain, and Kraut had no idea, but he's connected to all of these
fucking Lord. Wow.
But we'll probably get her for We'll probably get her for it, Gahul. I mean,
I bet you if you get.
Well, if we're gonna get it for it, we don't want to. Wow.
It'll bring a lot of heat on us because
it would definitely
neo-Nazi alt-right wackos attacking innocent Red Tuber, and she'll use us as her redemption. You know, she'll say, "I've been bullied by the Nazis," but it'll be such a great show.
Kraut will be the defense attorney. Kraut as the defense attorney will blow you out as the social justice
because why
prosecutor.
she wants to come on,
I would be
is to sort of defend herself from us, you know, and to sort of show the world that, you know, you might think I'm bad for posting anti-Asian tweets, but these guys are far worse, and get some perspective, you know. And she'll be back on top when she shows the world that we're all Nazis. We've bullied her. But it'll be such a good show, Goal.
It will be actually. I think Kraut will be the perfect one to do the defense attorney if we can get him. If you'd be willing to come on my incel channel, which hopefully he would be fine with that. But I think there's enough lore and backstory on Lindsay Ellis from the movies and the that guy with the glasses backstory. That's the more interesting part to me. And so that would be my part of the investigation. I'll be happy to present the evidence for that.
Well, all of the shit that she did to Spoonie was just appalling because it was she got him fired for the rape stuff, you know, the abortion, you know, her not even offering the hand of her bragging about the abortion as Spoonie's tweeting about how he wants to die. Do you know?
Yes, just terrible.
Fuck her.
Okay, let's. Well, that's what Ralph's been tweeting. I guess just doing on now. He's going back to showing Odyssey again, which we don't want to.
Odyssey is a scam. I'm working on a show.
It's not looking good.
I've got my own crack team of Anglos working on the Odyssey show. We're working it out. It's going to be the biggest sort of expose in living history. Yes. We've had to throw Xander into the mix because I can't believe that they offered him a freelance contract. But we're exposing the whole shebang.
They fucking put Bitwave on there. Fucking Bitwave. I remember when they fucking were using Bitwave with fucking the gun stream.
Bitwave is literally it's not even like they're using just Bitwave to stream. It's appalling.
No, it was supposed to be this utopian paradise, and we all had a lot of faith in it because it looked better than BitChute. At least I did. But now, the fact that Xander is running the streaming, I mean, holy shit.
Well, I remember we had the conversation when you first talked about it, and I said, well, I think it's a scam, but I had nothing to go on. I just thought it was a scam. And you were like, well, I mean, it's 10 cents a view. It'll be good. The videos won't be deplatformed. I was like, okay, we'll see. You know, we fast forward not even 2 or 3 months. We see that the terms of service are appalling. They've got hate speech laws straight to the BitChute. You know, it's not decentralized at all. They're handing out first wave streamer contracts to Ethan Ralph and Andy Warski. It makes you wonder why they want these audiences on there. You know, why it's not supposed to, like, PeerTube is completely different to this. They don't prioritize any political content or anything. They just have videos on there. They've offered out this first wave of contracts. They've got Xander designing the streaming capabilities. They're asking for credit card details and IDs just to comment because you have to buy into the crypto. It's appalling. It really is like a scam. It's a scam.
I gotta say, it's not looking good when you're making the flagship of your streaming service Ethan Ralph and Warski, and then the person in charge of the streaming capabilities is Xander, who's known to dox people and fuck.
Well, he's not known as dox without reason, is he?
And you have the apologists in the chat who are like, he never did anything. He's an innocent man. Okay.
No, but he literally did. Like, when Ralph said, it was probably you, that was like an accusation born out of truth. Because Xander did compile a list of Ralph's pay pigs and dox them. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, hopefully it turns out okay. I'm still not 100% on board with it's a scam and a honeypot.
It is. It definitely is a honeypot.
It's just totally incompetent.
There's some sort of government. It just strikes me that the Americans want their own version of BitChute, which is also a GCHQ honeypot. It just seems to me that they want to get video sharing platforms.
I don't know. It seems a little bit more legit than BitChute was, considering BitChute's based in the UK where there is no free speech. So I don't know how that was ever really going to work out.
No.
That being said,
it just baffles me that they've got. Why have a hate speech anti-bullying policy on decentralized video content that can't be taken down regardless because it's all on a blockchain?
Well, that's what it's supposed to be. Now, if I have, here's the thing, if I start to see, videos are being taken down, then that's where I'm going to have a fucking issue. And so far, they're somewhat living up to this decentralized utopia fucking thing. You see Murdoch episodes on there and stuff like this. But that can't be like the driving force of the website, or else it will, the payment processors will be shut down. all this sort of thing. They really ought to have targeted it more towards normies, and that's what they were trying to do by bringing in like the quartering and shit like this. But,
well, I mean, they brought the quartering over sticks. Essentially, everyone that's on BitChute, they've just brought over. So it's the same old shit. Let's be real. It's just the same old shit. If you really want like what Odyssey is pretending to be, PeerTube is where it's at. Really, I mean, PeerTube is where it's at.
Okay, that's good.
It's just that you can't, juice shekels from PeerTube.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you should be making money off videos on the internet anyways. I just want a place to be able to put my videos for people can watch them. That's all I give a shit about. Yeah. And if you want to do that, where else you can throw them on? Fucking archive.org, Internet Archive. It's not
in fact, that's probably the best, because you know for a fact that that's going to be there for like 15 years, so it'll probably be better.
That's where
I've got lots of stuff that I've archived personally on now.
I mean, that's where all of Stig's old stuff is. That's where I'm working on putting all my old content and all my old videos. I fucking hate the word content. I guess I stop saying content. It sucks.
What's wrong with content? What are you supposed
gay.
To say?
They're called videos. It's YouTube videos, not YouTube content. It's gay. It's just an excuse to call it something that it's not.
I'm a content creator.
I'm a content creator. I fucking make content for a living.
But in my mind, like a video is a produced, edited thing. I don't know.
And that's not what I do. So
no, I mean, what do we really? It's like vlogs we do, isn't it? Or some sort of I don't know what it is.
Well, this is a highly my OBS skills tonight have been very excellent, I must say. So this is about highly produced. And I've got good quality for once in my entire life. So I got the good setup working here now. But no, I'm working on fucking putting all my shit on Internet Archive. That's where most of like the old internet stuff that you actually give a shit about. That's because that's an actual archive. It's a library where you can push it, and that's relatively.
Well, what I did, oh god, so you could probably watch my stuff going back since like 2012. I put loads of stuff. Oh, this was like in 2019. Mm-hmm. Put loads of my old stuff in a big Pirate Bay torrent. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's like 1,000 videos in that.
Well, the thing is, you can upload that torrent to the archive.org too. Just drop that torrent on there. And that they take torrent links and stuff, so they take everything.
So, I mean, there is ways of doing it, It's just... I mean, a lot of what happens, we've seen, is like people have clipped our shit, like pig clips, clipped our shit, put it behind a paywall, monetized it, and completely sold away any ethos that was in the original content,
You're right, I mean, the thing is, when you start selling
it's gone to the point with the clip channels where, we do music at the beginning of the shows to get them demonetized, and they will just clip out the musical intro and present the remainder of the video so that they can put ads on it. And it's literally for no money at all that they're doing this. There's just no reason to do it.
What gets me is, if I want to watch a mirror of my work, I shouldn't have to sit through an advert. Because it was intended to be free. If I'd been forced to watch 2 banner roll adverts to watch my own video, I mean, that's what's insulting, right?
That is terrible.
Oh, it's just very gay. It's just shameful.
It is just fucking gay. No, I mean, fuck. Who gives a shit, really? I mean, like, I don't care. As long as I can watch the videos. I have fucking ad block on everything. My fucking phone, TV, my computer. So I don't ever I haven't watched a YouTube ad in probably about 2 years. And I never will. Frankly, God. I never should.
Yeah. But when you have to go to the level of installing ad block, haven't you demeaned yourself by having to install ad block in the first place?
That's right.
I don't know.
Well, I watch a lot of YouTube through my TV. So it's like, the adverts are almost unavoidable, and you have to sit through them.
Godwinson, I don't always recommend products. Get an Android or Amazon Fire TV, and you can install an ad-free YouTube app on it. Then you don't have to watch.
But the thing is, like the LG I have, it does everything from the OS anyway. To go into another operating system to use that, it's just I don't know.
I have an old TV that doesn't have smart stuff, so I just been using my Fire Stick with that, and so that I just use a YouTube.
Well, you've got like the sort of fat-backed sort of SCART TVs, haven't you, for your Commodore 64s?
Oh, absolutely. I've got 2 of those, but I also have flat screens as well, because you got to have them for the newer content.
We got to remember, though, the clipping is a service, Adam. It's a service that's being provided by a fat woman.
The clipping, the fact is she doesn't clip, because the clips are an hour long or 45 minutes long. Like, you don't have a 45-minute clip. I'm sorry. It's just not the case. So fundamentally, she fails at that. She monetizes other people's works. What she did to Mr. and Mrs. Laurent, where she put them behind a paywall without telling them, it's just deplorable.
No, it really is. But you got Turk February who's going to simp for it because he's internet friends with a fat whale who needs to pay her phone bill. So Turk February is going to get on his knees for it and say it's based, in the hopes that, of course, he gets clipped. It's just some slimy cabal.
Turk February's argumentation during that, it wasn't even convincing. It didn't sound sincere. He wasn't
he's
throwing his heart and soul into defending T-Clips. It was quite embarrassing.
Someone in the chat saying, I agree with this person. Imagine talking about T-Clips on a day blessed as this, Frankly, T-Clips shouldn't be in this conversation because we're looking at this beautiful stuff from Ralph. He's providing us such content, right? This is the action.
She shouldn't be, but she inserts herself. Herself. And she makes it about herself.
Well, whilst Ralph might be preparing for Knoxville 2, I'm preparing for, Godwinson versus T-Clips. The public want this. It's all over my Twitter. People are wanting her to come and defend herself, monetizing clips. It's going to happen. She's not done shows before for free. She did PPP's interview. We'll maybe get that reposted to show everyone and show the world that it can happen. Myself versus T-Clips. She's been called out. Why is she dodging me? Why is she such a coward?
If we're booking Knoxville 2, let's book Knoxville 2 right now. Let's do this. We got Ralph versus Ryan at the top of the card, assumingly, right? And we have now. Listen, if you guys are watching Ralph Riley, you fucking degenerate fucks. You want the real Kino content, you can book us. We'll do it. We will fucking book this fight. We can do it across continents. Godwinson versus T-Clips at Knoxville 2. It could happen. It could happen.
Yeah.
I would make it happen. And you know what? If we work hard, I can make V versus Zach happen. In a fighting ring, in a UFC ring at Knoxville 2.
Oh.
That would be the ultimate undercard match. That would bring in the entire realm of the TV posters. They would all pay for that pay-per-view if me versus Zach was on it. I know I'm
the
right.
only problem I've got with the T-Clips fight is if it turn into this wrestling style MMA thing. I don't want to make her pregnant. I don't want to be shackled to an 18-year product that I'm shackled to.
Yeah.
I don't want that. So things would have to happen fully clothed, probably in protective armor, but probably we'll have suits of armor. And use metal swords to interact.
Do a kendo match or something, like a martial arts, true, in the gis and everything. Do a karate match. That's what you need to do. Adam fucking Godwinson versus T-Clips karate style match. That's what you need. You have to protect
it. People want this. People want, the Godwinson versus T-Clips debate.
Yeah.
She's very vociferous on Twitter. She's very opinionated and seems to, want to come at me for something. So let's have at it. The Kinodrome is open.
That's fine with me.
Open.
But if we were booking Knoxville 2, who else would you want on the card? Obviously, I want me versus Zach.
Surfer versus Warski.
That would be
excellent. Well, I think the reality of this is you're going to have Warski there. Warski will be fighting. They'll try and... because when we spoke to Warski, right, you remember, Ashton, he was saying he wanted really to get Baked Alaska involved.
Yeah.
Which isn't going to happen now.
I imagine they're going to get Chagat, because Warski's been talking to Chagat recently, hasn't he? So maybe Chagat versus Warski, Ralph versus this Riley fellow. Mm-hmm. Masterson will be there ringside like he was last time. Maybe Coach will fly out again. Maybe all is forgiven with Coach.
Yeah. Coach versus... Who could Coach fight? Who was Coach in a war with? You could do Coach versus UPPP. That would be...
Well, Coach was sort of neutral last time, wasn't he? He was neutral, but he was the biggest snake there because he betrayed everyone. So I imagine he'll probably come back.
He still hasn't released the supposed footage. The footage that he has. It's so incredible. And remember, he also claimed he had the sex tape of Andy and Ralph having gay sex. Whatever happened to that one, Coach? Come on.
But where is the last Knoxville? There was a sort of... a selection of people there. Like you had Rakata, you had the Revenge of the Cis guys, you had Drummer was there, wasn't he? There was a few sort of tangential names there.
You know what you could do?
Now there's just going to be no one, is there? Apart from Madison, Warski.
Dying Man versus Dying Man. Hot Wheels versus Jim.
assume they're both in wheelchairs.
If they're both alive,
The wheelchair.
if they're both alive in a few months, Jesus.
And you know what? They're doing Ralph is big into women's wrestling, so is Gator. You could do fucking Mint versus Pantsuit. That's gonna probably happen, would it not?
Yeah.
Woman versus woman, get the cat fight.
Yeah,
Cat
that would be
I want to see Jim. I want to see Jim Watkins fight Coach. I think that would be interesting. Just these two slimy, fucking old scumbag hustlers.
Well, I just imagine they're both
there.
setting on like pigs they've reared against each other, so they're just making their pigs fight.
Yes, Jim versus Josh. Fuck, that'd be excellent. No, I was thinking.
Well, I mean, I remember last year before they'd all fallen out, Josh was going to fly out to the mansion, wasn't he, or to one of these Knoxville 2 sort of things. Yeah. So he would have been in attendance had things not gone this way. Mm-hmm. I mean, will Ricata turn up? Will Tommy C show up? Fly out from Germany or Austria, wherever he lives? I mean, there's no one really left in the roster anymore, is there?
Well,
just the same faces.
My dream match that I always had in the back burner, if I ever got into promoting wrestling fights, will be MDE, Sam versus Charles. The blood feud that they've been building for years. They've had this drama.
Well, I'll tell you this. Fuck, Sam be better than what Sam's doing recently. Have you seen this great war crap that Sam's been making? It's just fucking dreadful. And this Ghost Hunter show he did like his own version of Ghost Hunter. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. He needs to do something better than that. Holy shit. It makes me question.
Last time I saw he was with Fuentes, wasn't he, doing his Fuentes show?
No, I haven't watched any of this new stuff, but I think, that Charles and Sam, even if their beef is fake, people believe it's real, and that's enough to make a good fight. People will buy the pay-per-view to watch that, to watch them go at it. The MDE breakup, and then you can have Nick come in and break up the fight midway, and they have the reunion at the end. The heartfelt, stop it! You can't fight! Stop fighting! And then, they have to, they have the big makeup at the end after they've had their fight. The storytelling! Can you imagine? That's what we need!
Yeah, I think it would be good. Yeah, I don't know. It's all leading to Knoxville. It's all leading to another money pot. I mean, do we think it's going to work? Do we think everyone's eyes are going to be on, a fight between Ralph and Riley? Do you think it's going to be a big money spinner goal?
I don't know. I think it's hard to imagine. I think Ralph being actually in the ring will be enough. I think that's the idea. Is you have Ralph. Yeah. This is like when Hogan, first in his pay-per-views, you had Hogan versus the Jobber, and just to show off how great he was, and that's the original attraction. And then you build up to Knoxville 3, where you have, Hogan versus Andre, but now it's Ralph versus whoever their Andre is. That's what I think.
But I just don't think there's enough sort of cultural cachet for Riley. Do you know?
No, absolutely.
It's not even
like Riley is a jobber.
Conker, is it?
Riley's, for all intents and purposes, a jobber. He's the transitional fighter to, get Ralph set up to become the legend star of Knoxville.
Well, I think what everybody wanted
playing the same old hits, though. Like,
who cares? They're good hits. I don't give a shit.
Because Knoxville 2 will be nowhere near as good as Knoxville 1. Where they're walking around in togas, they're going
what
with
are the chances?
Paws. Ralph's getting kicked out of restaurants.
That they actually get booked again, like that MMA promotion is going to let them do it again. Because remember, when I was supposed to fight Ralph, and Ralph went to that MMA
wouldn't do it, would she? She refused to. She said no.
The bitch told us to fight in the Dairy Queen parking lot, and she was right.
Which is what I wanted.
She was totally right.
I wanted like
this whole thing is look, like I'm going to meet Ralph in a parking lot or in the.
We lost him. Hello?
I think he's died. I think
his audio
he's finally gone. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to fight in the Desert Gahul. I thought that was the only way it was going to be legally sanctioned. If it's completely illegal.
You don't have to sanction anything. Just have them fight. Just video. Do you think Bum Fights was legally sanctioned? No, but they still filmed it and they still sold it.
Well, this is it, and if everyone, maybe they sign a little thing at the beginning just saying, like, if they get put in a hospital, one of them dies, it's all fair.
Basic form or whatever, but throw them out. I have a fucking cabin in the woods. We'll throw them out there, throw them in the lake or something. You can toss around in the water in the fucking shallow pits.
Well, there were people offering us places of land in America that they own, where the fight could have taken place.
Yeah. It could have happened. I mean,
a guy wanted it to happen on his boat. And
it was all
that would be pretty risky, but I mean, it could have happened on like a boat. So.
No, it should have happened on the boat, and whoever got tossed off the boat lost.
Well, this was it. I mean, my only problem with the boat idea was
swim.
like it's just so easy for someone to go overboard or to be deliberately like bumped off and thrown.
Yeah,
in the
it'd be
sea.
over pretty quick. Then it wouldn't be a toss fight. But
it'd be like
no, it's
season
like a
2
sumo
finale of
battle.
Sopranos. You know, where they throw Big Pussy in the.
That would be a sumo battle. You're right. That's a good point. You know,
it's the sumo battle, like because nobody really wants to see everybody just wants to see my naked body collide into Ralph's upper torso. Like it's gunt on gunt action, and the collision of the unstoppable force and the immovable object as both of our fat guts barrel into each other, and you just see the jiggling. You just see the waves of the collision rippling through our body fat, and just who is going to move? Who is going to go backwards from that clinch position? That's what people really want to see. You know, they might want to see one of us lay upon the other one and establish some form of homoerotic dominance. You know, that might also be part of it, but that's what it's all about. It's about getting 4K footage of both of our guts smashing into each other.
So it won't be Queensberry rules then, PPP.
No, it's not Queensberry rules. It's prison rules. It's prison rules. It's prison rules. The fight only ends when somebody's anal cavity has been violated. That's the thing.
That's gay.
I will. I will. I would sodomize him. I've said it. It's not gay, Gahul, because it's prison rules.
Oh,
you don't understand because you're not a convict. You don't get pussy, bro. You don't get that fucking sweet pussy.
I don't get
because you're not a prisoner convict like Ralph. But he knows the prison rules, and he knows what's going to happen. Somebody's going to be made the prag. Somebody will be dominated. But it'll never happen because Ralph is going to fight Riley.
Like Ralph was,
I guess, instead or some bullshit.
Well, Ralph was going on about the RV, wasn't he? And I don't know. Maybe something will happen. We'll see.
A certain venture that was necessary for a payment to be made. There's a certain venture that it was necessary. Like, oh fuck, who knows? Maybe we will get on the RV and it will be the Godwinson team against Team Ralph.
The thing is with Ralph,
4 men on either side.
You guys gonna do King of the Road? Fucking WCW King of the Road, back of a truck.
With their side. In our discussions with their side, it's basically coming to light that they want it to be either crowdfunded or paid for them. They want. There's no way I'm driving an RV across America. It's not happening. I'm not paying for an RV. They can crowdfund it, but I won't be complicit in this scam because it's just going to be a scam. I said to them, I don't want it to be a political thing because I think whatever political cause we advocate for will just lose votes because of us and our antics. No one's being liable for the insurance of this RV because it's going to be destroyed. Like it's just going to be completely obliterated and ruined. But their side is doing some things. But it's looking like it's going to happen. It's just these COVID regulations are being a bit.
Yeah, I mean, once the borders open up and everything like that, then we can have real discussions about this stuff. But until then,
I proposed, look, Gator can drive it. Like, why doesn't Gator drive this RV? And he can also, he'll be a useful guy. He can operate all of the cameras. He can drive, He essentially lives this way anyway, where he's in the service of others. So,
yeah, well, there will have to be a gentleman's agreement not to max out Gator or just rape Gator.
This is what I said to them. I said, look, Gator's off limits. We'll treat him with utmost respect. We'll treat him like a dog or something. We're not going to, haze the poor guy. He's going to be driving us around, doing the cams there. Otherwise, we have Kyler. Who probably won't make it to the end of the week the way he's looking. He's looking like he's on chemo here. He's offered to do the driving and the technical stuff, but I don't know.
Okay.
If it's Gator, it'll be fantastic, but we'll have to see. Because I don't think he wants to set foot on the RV because he's worried about what will happen. Warski, from what I understand, is down for it.
Yeah, Warski's fine for it.
Yeah, Warski's a straight up fucking
Well,
degenerate.
we've got a
filmmaker.
confirmed yes from Warski and Ralph, because when we spoke to Warski, Ralph was fully on board. It's just that we need, like, I don't want to say it, but we need some sort of slave on board the RV that will do the cams,
that's where we need
that
to
will
get
do
the
the
pay
driving,
pig.
and we'll do
We
the
need
cleaning.
like the pay
you know?
pig. Like Ralph and Gator should be able to supply us a pay pig, like some sort of drummer 828 type.
Well, that's what they're
pay pig
trying
slave.
to do, isn't it? That's what their side is probably trying to source now. Someone to do the cleaning, someone to do the cams, someone to do the driving. If they can't just get one person to do it, they might get a couple. And my stipulation was, I don't want any
on the
prunes. I don't want Pantsu on the RV. If Ralph is coming, he can come on his own. Fuck this.
What's the RV for? What is this shit? Who's on the RV? What's going on here? What is this? I haven't been paying attention to the lore here.
They're all unconfirmed discussions so far. We shouldn't really be talking about it on air.
Yeah. Ralph's like, you guys are talking about it again.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It's supposed to be a surprise, you damn bastard.
No one's watching anyway.
No one gives a shit.
It's on the Backwater Gahul channel here.
Hey, you don't make fun of. I work hard for my content.
I was one of the 6 viewers that watched your movie yesterday.
It premiered to no viewers, but it's doing okay. It's growing over time.
I thought it was.
I watched it. I liked
you guys liked the
performance.
Yeah.
Listfag did well. Maisie Fag did all right. The guy like True Seeker before his final form, his acting was a little bit off. But
yeah, he's a bit stiff. But I work with what I got.
But it felt like one of those that guy with the glasses type movies. It felt like maybe The Brawl or something like that. Maybe next year you'll get it stepped up to the next level where we go to Mr. Mediker's house for it. We're gonna knock on Jim's door, sell him a water filter. Who knows? Who knows what will happen?
Well, I'm doing a feature film this summer. I'm going on a full road trip for it, and we
are we going to travel to Molossia?
That's the idea: is to go to Molossia, the road to Kikassia, to find the Doug Walker Kino. Actually, what I want to do is I know where Doug Walker lives in Chicago. I know where they filmed.
Well, you've done like the Latza pilgrimages, haven't you?
Oh yeah,
you've been on hallowed ground there, following the Latza.
I mean, I've been following this stuff for decades, and really, I know where they filmed Suburban Nights. I know what playground they were at. I know what forest they were at, and I want to go there and find the original. That's where I want to be. Is in Chicago, the hallowed grounds of the Doug Walker Kino, where it was made. That's where I want to be. That's where I want to go see. Really,
I want to go to the school that's. Isn't it like an abandoned school now where Doug Walker worked as a janitor and they had to close it down because Doug Walker left?
Yes, that would be the Doug backstory film, the documentary, the Doug-umentary. That's what we need to make.
Doug-umentary.
Is there anything more on the Ralph stuff? Is there any sort of smoking gun clips that will follow?
Has there post anything new? I don't know. I don't have anything else from this.
I haven't seen too much.
A lot of gifts. Lots
of stuff. It's excellent.
It's just amazing that this took place on my birthday. I must say, this really is.
What a gift! What a present to celebrate. How many years, Ashton?
25.
Impressive.
25.
Well, happy birthday, Ashton. Hope you got the best birthday present you could ever ask for here.
It was pretty fucking incredible shit. Pretty incredible shit.
Is Ralph just not wearing underwear here? Like, does he just always go commando mode?
I mean, why would he wear underwear? I mean, it's just going to get ruined, isn't it? But by simply being on his body, so.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I mean, I can't see that he washes things. It'd probably be too much effort to remove a second garment from him when he goes to the toilet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyone who didn't watch my movie yesterday in the chat, because I have more viewers than I've ever had on this channel, go watch my movie. I put effort into that shit. Damn it, you won't. It's good. It's good content.
It is actually well put together.
Watch it.
It's not garbage.
I knew it was Kino. You have the opening sequence where you're just driving around the shithole in Minnesota with the music, and it's just fucking unreal. It was
how bad it looks.
Shit.
No, it's the Sopranos.
I thought Minnesota was supposed to be a nice place. I didn't realize it was just complete dive. War Corpse lives in Minnesota. Go.
Oh, he does. I didn't know that. Well, I mean, there are parts of Minnesota. The cities in Minnesota are like actual dog shit. I mean, Minneapolis is like probably one of the top 10 worst cities in the world.
No,
and St. Cloud's right behind there. And
So
but
I'm
this one
getting
has great
word.
countryside. It's got good country area. It's very beautiful up north.
So I'm getting word that Gator had his own like side story plot. That today, Gator had his own side story. I don't know.
Gator wasn't there though.
No, Gator had his own side plots, his own side quest.
What, going on Tommy C and
Yeah, you know, there's this like message he's battling with this guy Jonesy who like pledged his eternal fealty to Joaquin and to his race. I don't know what any of this means, to be honest. Do you know who this is, Adam? Jonesy?
I think it's all nonsense.
Joaquin?
And
Gator's
Joaquin
like
Wild?
constantly on cow, isn't he? So Gator like thinks
Oh fuck that!
like these posts are sentient, doesn't he?
You
he
gotta
was
be
going
kidding me!
underwater
Fucking
Alex
Joaquin's back.
Jones. It was like he was battling underwater Alex Jones about Joaquin's honor. I've sent you
Well, the
this.
thing
like,
is, Gator's
screenshot.
probably sitting on underwater Alex Jones's docks. Like, it came out that he smelled of shit. And, he lived in like this dive underwater Alex Jones. It's pretty sad.
Oh shit! It's some baffling stuff.
Well,
some
it's
real
like these
obscure
are like
shit
Leo's
here.
enemies that Gator's going at, because Leo had a big problem with Joaquin, didn't he?
Yeah, it's Leo's like eternal quest. Like the autism never ends. Like Gamergate has never ended. We're still like fighting the fights of like 5-6 years ago and the backyard blood sports that'll never fucking end.
That birthday wish from Gator's so surreal. I don't know.
Isn't it?
Just
Isn't
so
it? Like
surreal.
it's just it fucking doesn't make any sense. And today he's giving me like a blowjob on Tommy C's show. He's like, yeah, PPP got us good that summer. He really got us, but now there's a ceasefire, and he's like super gleeful about it. I don't know what's going on. It's like it's very bizarre.
Weird.
It's
I think
you're
you
no
want
longer
us to get involved in it.
You're no longer enemy number one. The new enemy is fucking Digibro and I guess this Riley bitch.
Well,
So-
that's right though, because Digibro is a legitimate paedophile. So at least they're choosing their right enemies now.
Yeah.
At least they're actually going at people that
Deserve it.
Because who were they going at before? What we had Jarbo, Boogie.
Jarbo,
Do you know,
Boogie. I guess. Well, fucking Tonka style go way back. Back to the
Yeah,
gate
so,
to
I mean,
Knoxville
so
1.
at least they're fighting it. Whether this going at them going at the pedo stuff will alienate them from Dick Masterson, I don't know.
I don't know. And frankly,
well. This is how we wrap up this segment. Really tell us, where do you think this is going next? What is
the next step? Or
the next step from here? What is the next? What is the
I think the end
position
point
of
is
each
Knoxville 2.
and that's what
Next step is probably like the show with Dick Masterson where he gets them both on and they hype up a fight or they come to an agreement and put it behind them.
Yeah,
I think that's how it happened.
I agree. It probably is going to be the next step. But Dick tried to do that today, and Riley wouldn't do it. So I don't know if Riley's gone AWOL. He's gone rogue. He's no longer taking
I hope it
orders from the
escalates then. I
Dibbler.
hope they start cutting promos on each other. And that would be the best thing. It's a pity that they did it over the weekend because Ralph would have done. I mean, Ralph's show tomorrow is so hyped up now, isn't it?
Well, that's what they did on a Sunday.
gonna
They
make
did
a
it on
lot
a
of money.
Sunday to let the drama build up over a Sunday, so everyone gets all their takes. Everyone else gets their takes out, and the drama builds up. And then Monday you do the show.
Yeah.
Monday
So
is when
he's going to make a lot of money on Monday. Ralph will make back on Monday.
He will.
Yeah.
Probably be his most viewed show in a long time. And you know what? This hypes up his new debut in Odyssey streaming. It hypes up his new streaming platform to get people to go look at it. This is what it's all about.
It's just like when Boogie was harassed by Frank Hassel and they launched Storyfire off the back of it. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Boogie pulled out his gun there, and then suddenly there was exclusive interviews on Storyfire. It's also just scam.
It is a scam. All right.
But yeah, I think that's the show, is it? Or is
I think we have to call it quit. I could go on for another hour about other shit, but this is already gone for fucking 2.5 hours, And we gotta save our
content.
content.
Let the people go to bed.
We gotta save our content about that guy with the glasses for
So let's hype up the shows then. We've got Lots of Larsa 2, where we cover him meeting at Red Letter Media.
Yeah.
We've got The Trial of Lindsay Ellis.
The Trial of Lindsay Ellis.
The Linkara movie behind the scenes. I've got some big behind the scenes on the production of the Linkara movie and who was involved with that. A couple of failed Kickstarters in that one. It's not super drama heavy, but it's some interesting factoids of the Minnesota film development scene and Linkara. That'll be a stream.
And I think we should do a big sort of discussion on the Snyder Cut, because I've got a few problems with it.
The ultimate Snyder Cut.
Yeah, me and PP
It's the greatest movie ever fucking made.
It's just not. It's
just,
just I just don't understand.
Well, it's not as good as Batman versus Superman, which is the greatest film perhaps ever made that put Stanley Kubrick to shame.
I hate everything that Snyder did to Superman.
No, it was fucking based. It was based what he's done to Superman.
Gentlemen, we should save this for the stream. I appreciate this content, but we gotta save this, my friends. We can't give the people everything all in one night. And then we also, what was it? Me and PP were gonna probably do 5 Pounds of Gun next week again for whatever our wrestling show we're gonna watch is. I think we had a request to watch some FMW tapes. Maybe I'll send you a link that.
Yeah, I don't know if the guy got us that FMW or not. I don't think
he sent me a mega link, but then I think he deleted the mega link, so I have to get in contact with him again. Anime Pro is weird about that shit, but that's just all that's so far. And I don't know when we're gonna do that, but I'm free all week after I'm done with my job, so we can get to work because now the movie is done, the TV Channelversary is done, and it's all great. Also, recommended viewing. Don't watch the whole stream of the Truth Horror Story reading, but there was the Christopher Nolan creepypasta someone wrote, and I read that on the stream last weekend. That's excellent. Go find that in the clip and read it. I'd recommend that. It's essential viewing for TV chads.
I caught a stream you were on where you were going through OkCupid with a gay man, Perspicacy.
Yeah, it was
the sack fag.
Yeah, I was doing live.
We're coaching you on how to. I don't know. Nonsense.
It was I'm gonna get laid because my incels are gonna help me get laid, bro. This is. I'm gonna crowdsource Ralph. Get Ralph on the line with me. Help me go through OkCupid and get me laid, bro. I need Ralph's power.
We're gonna put you on the RV, buddy, and we're just gonna.
I'll be on the fucking RV. I'll be the bitch that drives. I don't care. I'll be on it.
Well, we're gonna have a hooker suck coke off your cock, buddy. That's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll pay for it. We'll pay for it in super chats, Gahul.
It'll
be a freebie.
It'll just be a whole day where it's just Gahul ranting about women and how he hates them and how he's an incel and this and that, and it all builds up. We're getting donations to hire the hooker, and we bring in the hooker, and we're just gonna full on film. We're gonna full on film Gahul losing his virginity. Like it's gonna be the Gahul sex tape. He's going to get his dick
We'll have to take her off this poor girl before he kills her, right? Before he just
we're gonna throw her an extra $100 and give her a few lines of coke, and she'll be down for us to film.
Well, I think $100 is a bit too extravagant. We could probably hire a proper porn star for that. I'm thinking maybe $20 for Gahul. I don't know.
Wow, just $20.
Are we gonna get some black woman?
No,
we can only afford a black.
No, the thing is, we're gonna pay what $300, right, for some top high class escort, for an hour of her time, and Gahul will probably, in all likelihood, spend 5 minutes with her and then get bored and tell her to go. So we pay by the minute. I think we pay the $20.
That's fair.
Look.
I've got stamina for days, man. I can go all night long. Don't doubt me. You don't believe what I can do, okay? I'm fat, but I've got stamina. I can fucking go. I can work 8-hour days, lifting heavy objects. I can lift her up, take her down all night long. Don't doubt me. Don't fucking doubt what I can do.
Let's just get a whole harem of bitches. Let's get like 3 or 4 different bitches in there, all up on Gahul. We're gonna film it. It's gonna be classy.
Don't buy me one $300 hooker. Buy me 5 $60 hookers. Do me that favor. How about that?
We're gonna get the 4K camera in there, tasteful lighting.
Get the drone footage going.
Drone footage.
Don't need it.
We Are One dance version from the Caligula soundtrack.
We'll just reenact the Caligula Capri scenes on the island there.
Yeah, no, I want to see the scene where Gahul fists the prostitute and sticks a flower in her ass. That's the scene I need to fucking see. It's tasteful. The ogre porno.
Well, did you know that film? They made a genuinely good film, and then Playboy, who financed and sponsored the film, just decided to intercut.
No, it
porn.
was Penthouse. It was
Penthouse.
Penthouse. Yeah.
Just decided
it
to film
it's-
pornos and to splice
It's fucking
it.
amazing. Like it's Malcolm McDowell in a high budget porno. Like
Yeah.
it's
Well,
Malcolm
Helen Mirren's in it
McDowell,
as
Peter
well, and
Peter O'Toole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
it's
it's
a
one of the greatest movies
Roster
ever
of
made.
really great British actors, just not
Peter
realizing that
O'Toole's so
the movie
drunk.
they were starring
No,
was going to be a porn.
Peter knew. Peter O'Toole
No,
knew.
none
'cause
of them
he's
knew until after.
He's drunk. You look at his performance. He is drunk that entire time.
No.
Drunk off his ass. For
No.
real.
None of them knew that every other shot that they were going to intersplice into the
It's
film
like
was just going to be full on
slurring.
porn.
All right, guys,
He
I
didn't
decided
know about
this week
the Hall
I'm
of
watching.
Rock.
I've never watched Caligula. I'm going to watch it for the first time this week.
Oh, you surely seen the Cinema Snobs review of it though?
Oh,
haven't you?
I've seen that, but I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch the whole movie. And
It's
we're
a
gonna review
long ass film,
I
and
like
it does
long
get
ass
quite
films.
like I don't know. It is quite. It's almost too graphic, you know.
Well, it's a
No,
porn.
it's not.
It is though.
needs-
It's like full on
There,
porn.
there needs to be even more to it. There wasn't enough for me. I need an extended cut that runs 4.5 hours.
Because you're mainly
where-
watching it to see what crazy shit Malcolm McDowell does. It's almost like Clockwork Orange, but in
No.
Rome, you know?
Yeah.
So you're watching it for crazy shit that he's going to do, and then there's just nonsense, slow padding, you know, with
Well, no, like there's
But
the
I'm gonna
scenes of,
watch
like
it.
Tiberius, like the Hall of Grotesqueries with like the man who literally has an anus on his stomach and he gets a rim job. So you have like the Ethan Ralph, but like the
Oh.
actual version in Tiberius's Hall of Grotesqueries. He has an anus for a stomach and
Yeah.
he's getting a rim job from like
Yeah.
a paraplegic. It's fucking amazing. You have
It's
like a
just
minotaur
fucked.
like sodomizing.
it's just so fun.
Well, I will be providing my review of it this week. After I review the Steven Universe movie, which I have to review,
Well-
I will review that movie for all
No,
of
but
you.
have you seen Disco yet, Gahul? Have you seen Disco?
I
Brad
am-
Jones' latest.
I'm
email?
waiting for my DVDs to arrive in the mail from Brad Jones, and I'm gonna have to go to his Patreon and buy
Just
Disco.
torrent it. Just torrent the movie like
No,
any
he
normal
deserves
You
my
sane
can't.
person.
He deserves my money, Goblinson. And
No,
frankly,
you just get the
those-
torrent of their movies.
those old Cinema Snob movies deserve to be watched on the TV they were meant to be watched
The best one
in
is
old tube
Paranoia,
TV.
where he got his ex-wife in there. I think they did like a serial killer movie or something.
Yeah, no, Paranoia
Yeah,
is
no,
actually good. Paranoia,
it was pretty
his
good.
wife's
Dick-
also in Cinema Snob movie 1. She has a sex scene in that with him, and I've seen that movie. I have that on
Okay.
DVD.
Let me explain to you. Disco might even be better than Paranoia. This is the last thing we'll cover. But look, Disco in this movie, it stars Linkara. Okay, Linkara is this like husband who's like a failure, and his like wife is going out to cuckold him at the disco club. Okay, and like the
Yeah.
whole movie is just a Linkara torture porn of like Linkara getting cucked and humiliated in
new?
various ways. Yeah,
This a new-
and then
Is this like a
okay.
2021 release or something?
no, it's from
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
It's
I've
4
never even
years
heard of
ago. So then, okay, Doug Walker is in it as a disco dancer who just loves to dance,
He's wearing a
and
shitty
he's
wig,
like-
and he's got these fucking like
you know?
weird disco outfit on.
and he's a gun salesman. He sells guns at the gun store, and he's a disco dancer, and he's like going out and hitting on
The thing is, with the
Linkara's
Snobs
wife.
films, they've always been somewhat legitimate. They haven't been like this insane like skit compilation stuff. Like
Like
So,
Cassia,
yeah.
Brad
Super Nice.
Jones.
they're like legit films, almost like independent.
Brad Jones is a
movies in
legitimately good filmmaker. That's why he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this
But this
movie's
sounds like this
soundtrack.
just sounds like a skit compilation with everyone
No,
doing a turn.
This guy's soundtrack in the movie, Brad puts together this soundtrack that's got like We Are One from Caligula. It's got Strawberry Letter 23. It's got like all these amazing like 70s groove tracks, and like the atmosphere of it is really good. And
Well,
Brad,
Strawberry Letter 23, its best use is in Jackie Brown, I think.
well, yes, but
arguably. Yeah,
You know,
that's
when
true.
she's being released from bail and he's Robert Forster's like coming into the dark.
like the musical cuts that like it really works together. And Brad's playing like a drug dealer and a pimp at this club, and then there's like the black drug dealer who's gonna fuck Linkara's wife, and there's like it's so good. And Lupa plays the main villain. And Lupa's fate is so amazing. Like it was made specifically to like get revenge for Spoonie. The fate of Obscurus Lupa in this film. Like,
Okay.
it's just
Don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me anymore. I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
Okay.
Don't spoil anymore. I need to sit down and watch this movie. I'm gonna watch it, and maybe PP will do a review on Next 5 Pounds of Gunt after we do wrestling. I'd be down for that. But I need to watch this movie first. This isn't Caligula. It's gonna be Kino.
Yeah.
It has to be.
You gotta sit down for the double feature.
Did you manage to watch Mank, PPP?
No, I haven't. I've just been sitting here fucking.
That's
Surfer.
That's the front.
Surfer doesn't want to watch it. Well, no. What was the movie that won the Golden Globes?
It was Mank, wasn't it? It was Mank.
No,
it was Ma Rainey's.
It wasn't.
Wasn't it Ma Rainey's Black Bottom?
No, it wasn't that either. Golden Globes, Best Picture.
Was it Judas and the Black Messiah?
No, it
was
some
the trial.
bullshit.
Was it Trial of the Chicago 7?
Oh
no, it wasn't that either. It was fucking. Who won it?
It's Nomadland. It was Nomadland.
Nomadland. Nomadland won, which is a pile of shit.
Well, Golden Globes winners never actually win the Oscars. There's actually a fake prediction. Like, the Golden Globes are actually like the filter, and whoever wins there actually never wins at the Oscars. That's where they filter out the normies. Like, that's when Boyhood won the Golden Globe, and they fucking got shafted at the Oscars for everything. That's what happens.
So this is like the thing is Sacha Baron Cohen's the woman in that Borat movie is also nominated for an Oscar. She won the Golden
Best
Globe.
Supporting Actress, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Will she actually win? I would just be fucking rattled if that's the case.
I think they're only doing it because it's like fuck you, Trump, and they're trying to just bury Trump at this Academy Awards, aren't they?
Well, they're going to, but it'll be great. I mean, they got it. Dup has to be BTFO. The more Dup is BTFO, the happier I am, frankly.
What day is the Academy Awards? It's the 10th of April, the Saturday.
Oh, they're going head to head with fucking WrestleMania. They're going head to head with WrestleMania, bitch. Do you think I'm going to watch the Oscars over WrestleMania? You can fuck right off.
Well, nobody watches the Oscars anyway, do they? Live. No one gives a fuck. People just watch it through Twitter, I think.
Yeah.
And that means that we have to get a Golden Guns out. We're going to have to get the Golden Guns out shortly.
So how long have we got to compile this list? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah. We have just but 2 weeks to actually make this happen.
I expect my film to at least be nominated for Kino of the Year. I don't know I don't believe it should win, but I hope it's nominated.
Well, one of your videos will be nominated, but that's a surprise. I don't know if it'll be the movie, but there's definitely one video that's nominated.
Okay, well, hopefully it gets.
You know what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Should we ever reveal to Gahul that what was going to happen?
Maybe next time. Anyway,
maybe next time.
Are you guys harassing and bullying me for existing? Is it you're making fun of my pixel internet?
No. It's fucking jokes.
All right.
Anyway,
let's close this shit out. Any final words on this Guntastrophe, which is just spectacular?
I don't know if it is a catastrophe, to be honest.
No, I say Guntastrophe. I think it's
but I mean, I don't. I think it's a funny bit of entertainment. It's a good video package for some sort of upcoming fight. I don't think Ralph's going to jail. I don't think he's going to die. I don't think this is a prediction that we should be taking out of every single action that Ralph does. He's done a good thing here by raiding this house full of paedophiles and meth addicts. That's my take.
Amazing.
Is there a final?
Are we going to review AEW this week or just say fuck it?
Fuck it. We've been going for 3 hours, dude. We'll do it next week. We'll do a double feature or some shit. We aren't going to review.
There was no wrestling review tonight, folks.
This was wrestling. We watched wrestling. We reviewed it. That's what we did the whole show. We reviewed it.
Did you actually watch wrestling in preparation to do a show?
We did.
Yeah.
No.
We'll do it next week. It's fine.
Overall,
I mean, it was a pretty content, actually. Show. They've taken down some sort of racist show that was. Did you see
they're
this?
Moving everything over to Peacock because WWE Network got bought out by the Peacock, which is NBC's one. And
but what was this racist fight that they had to take down?
It was fucking Roddy Piper versus, I think, Junkyard Dog. And he was like, Roddy Piper painted his face.
Roddy Piper from They Live?
Yes. He was in half blackface. I'll pull up the photo of it. I mean.
I mean, there's a lot of racist stuff in the history of WWE, but, it's fine. It's totally fine.
But, I mean, I saw this on the BBC News. This was like headline news in England. I don't know why. Still don't understand why.
So look at this.
Look at this angry about racial stereotypes from 30 years ago.
Well, he's just doing the let that be thy last battlefield from Star Trek, isn't he?
So look, he painted himself half black to make fun of Bad News Brown. Look at this. Do you see this, Godwinson?
Well, he's half black, half white, isn't he? He's just doing that like your last Battlefield from Star Trek.
Yeah, from Star Trek.
I don't think it's that bad, but this is what they took down.
He's highlighting racial divisions by doing that. He's making a woke political sentiment.
Well, he's not done full on blackface.
No,
Well, this is it. It's to show that it's just arbitrary, isn't it?
Well, whatever the case, it's not on the Peacock anymore, and they're probably going to remove a lot more of the network. That's just to show the Peacock is a ripoff, and they're taking shit. They haven't uploaded any of the Raw shows or Nitros. They've cut like half their content library out. They just fucking dropped. They had the WWE Network, which had everything on it, and now it's at the Peacock, and they've got maybe like a half of it on there, and they're never going to move it all over. So just like you had something that you had all this video content on, and now you just don't if you're a wrestling fan, and it sucks.
But it baffles me. I mean, I didn't realize that wrestling was this like woke field where people are watching and trying to cancel shit. I just thought wrestling was one of the untouched things that have been left alone by
it was until the women's revolution, and now there's women's wrestling everywhere. And last year they had a Me Too movement in wrestling where David Starr was ousted from the industry, him and Joey Ryan, for being rapist pedophiles. Joey Ryan, fucking David Starr and Marty.
I don't know. I mean, we say that it's like getting canceled, but I mean, we literally just had Apollo Crews come out as the Wakanda chieftain with a fucking spear,
Yes.
saying he's like the Nigerian tribal chief, and he's like from Wakanda and shit. So like,
yeah,
I don't
how
know.
is that allowed? Roddy Piper like painting himself half black and half white to show Ebony and Ivory existing together in perfect harmony. Why is that bad?
It wasn't even but a year ago that they did a cuckolding storyline with a black bull. And it was written by a Jew, where this big black bull cuckolded this Russian man and fucked his blonde wife. Yeah. Like, that was a storyline. I don't know if that's necessarily super politically correct. I mean, they have black people go out there and shuck and jive like the New Day nearly every week, dancing, these black people dancing like a minstrel show for Vince McMahon's amusement. We have Titus O'Neil, who's going to do a segment with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Like, because Hogan is considered racist, so they put Hogan with this black man at WrestleMania to prove he's not racist by, not being racist to Titus. Like, come on! Like,
I thought Hogan's problem was the sex tape thing and like suing Gawker or something. That wasn't.
The thing is, the reason the sex tape was bad for Hogan wasn't the sex. It was because he said he insulted. He said the nigger word in it. That's what the problem was. He called.
God, I remember that.
He said, I won't ever let my daughter get with one of those. And he was fired up about that. So he wasn't allowed in WWE. They were scrubbing him from history for a little bit. But now we're bringing him back because it's been 2 years. And it's okay. It's forgiven. He's going to talk to a black man. But isn't this
the most volatile time? Everyone's sat at home on the internet because they're locked down and they're all trying to cancel shit that they perceive other people as not liking or being offended by. It's the worst time to return, probably.
Well, what can they really do? I mean, it's run by an 80-year-old senile white man who believes he's a sexual tyrannosaur to the point where he has a T-Rex skull on his desk in his office. So I just don't think it's going to change, no matter how much they cancel it. Now AEW, has trannies on their television show. Legitimate tranny women beating up real women on their program. So the AEW trannies might try and cancel WWE, but fuck them. Fuck them. They're all a bunch of degenerates. And Cody Rhodes is a race mixer there. His black wife, who now has a reality TV show, Cody's let down the Aryan genetics of Dusty Rhodes. It's over. It's over, folks. Holy shit.
All right.
So that's your wrestling discussion.
Yeah. We can call this a stream now. I think we got it all out there.
I mean, that was the only story I saw on wrestling was the Roddy Piper thing.
No, yeah, that's what they removed Roddy Piper, and they're probably going to remove a ton of other shit as they go through the catalog as they upload it. So, what can you do?
Be careful, buddy. You're going to get flagged. The 50-year-old man saying he's going to flag it down.
It's not like I say nigger 30,000 times on this fucking channel,
Because you use nasty words, Gahul, you're going to get flagged down by Snake Jew.
Yeah, I might actually get flagged down, but I don't give a shit. I'll just make a new channel. Fuck it.
Nobody gives a fuck there, buddy. Nobody gives a fuck.
If I lose my channel, I'll just tell people on my website I've got a new channel. I'll just make a new one.
This is what happens. The audience will follow you regardless of where you go. If you're ear juice, you're obsessed with monetization. You're obsessed with getting the 1,000 subscribers so you can monetize your videos that nobody will watch anyway.
They removed Vince calling Cena my nigga? They called Vince say, "What's up, my nigga?" They removed that. No.
They beeped it out or just removed the.
They just removed the segment.
Video.
They just got the segment out.
And then Booker T is standing there and he's like, "Tell me he did not just say that. Tell me." You know, shucky ducky.
That was fucking hilarious.
Based black man. It was amazing. It's one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Oh.
All right. Well, I think we should close the stream out now.
And that's the show.
Show's over.
That's the show.
That's the show.
We'll see you soon. We got more content. We got more quality videos on the way, motherfuckers. No more content. Content is dead. Videos are back.
Get ready for my 3-hour edited spectacular on Lindsay Ellis, where I do the parody of the obsolete man, but it's the obsolete Lindsay.
Yes.
And she's being canceled. It's gonna be some Kino shit.
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait.
The trial of Lindsay as well.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. We'll see everyone later. Bye.
Yeah.